Guerrilla cricket. Whoa. Guerrilla cricket. Whoa. Guerrilla. Take guard, man the barricades, patrol the cover boundary. At last the time is come, this is a cricketing emergency. Hear this call to arms for every cricket revolutionary. Take up your bats and stumps for the test match insurgency. At first they tried to silence us, but we would not be silenced. They threatened us with lies, so we threatened them with violence. Che Guevara, Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin, Douglas Jardine, Robespierre, Darrell Hare, Vladimir Lenin, O'Brien Kevin. Guerrilla cricket. It's not about the winning, it's about how many rules you break. Even in cricket commentary, this is the best advice to take. Pick guerrilla cricket, it's the finest choice you'll ever make. There's so much more to cricket than rev counters and a slice of cake. At first they tried to sanitize us and clean up our act. People like it filthy, and we know that for a fact. Fidel Castro, Lenny Pascoe, Carlos the Jackal, Umar Akmal, Mahatma Gandhi, Grant and Andy, Brendan Behan, Austin Ian. Guerrilla cricket. Stick with us, cause you know we're not the kind of thing that you see on the TV and the radio. So vive la revolution. First they tried to buy us, but we would not be bought. Okay, we were, but then we ran away, and we will not be caught. Would not give up the ghost when they left us all for dead. They decapitated us, but we just grew another head. Chairman Mao, Jamie Howe, Ho Chi Minh, Asif Din, Václav Havel, Graham Saville, No Surrender, Percy Fender, Che Guevara, Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin, Douglas Jardine, Robespierre, Darrell Hare, Vladimir Lenin, O'Brien Kevin.
Good morning, good evening, good dawn, good dusk, wherever you are in the world. It's guerrilla cricket. And Sky is really getting into his anthem. Look at him, he's got his eyes shut and he's singing away, thinking about Modi and his authoritarian nonsense. But there you go, that's the way of the world. It's India versus Namibia today, game 18 of this World Cup. We only started on Saturday.
Blimey, it's going fast.
It is, 3 a day. This is the last of the 6th day it must be, because it's 18.
200 plus sixes
already
today.
Fuck me.
Yeah.
And of course we have the top trump cards in the bottom hand corner, which mean absolutely fuck all. And it's all been a lot of fun recently. And Italy absolutely butchered Nepal this morning, which means if you go on like that, they should beat England, but I don't think they will. It's funny how the littler teams, supposed littler teams, don't want to put them down and all that shit, but they up their game against the big boys. So I'm hoping Namibia will today, but of course boringly they won the toss and decided to chase. They put themselves in the field, so India will bat first. It seems to have a full 40 overs, I imagine. Although Bumrah might completely decapitate them at the top. Who knows? Anyway, we'll give you the teams. India goes Sanju Samson. Apparently, what's his name? Abhishek. Abhishek's in hospital with a stomach complaint, so I'm told. Sanju Samson, Ishan Kishan, Tilak Varma, Sky, who's a skipper, Shivan Dubey, Rinku Singh, Hardik Pandya, Axar Patel, Arshdeep Singh, Varun Chakravarti and Jasprit Bumrah comes in at 11. Namibia go Lauren's a girl's name, so it must be Luran, Steenkamp, Jan Freilink, Jan Nickel Lofty Eaton, sounds like he went to private school. Gerhard Erasmus, JJ Smith, who's not JJ Smut, who is now playing for the Italian.
Italy,
yeah. Zara Green, Zane Green, sorry, not Zara Green. She used to be on TV in England. Ruben Trumpleman, Milan Kruger, Bernard Schultz, Ben Sikongo, and Max Heingo. They could all be South African rejects, you never know. They're all next to each other. Namibia, obviously David Visa used to play for them, he used to play in the IPL, he was quite a good player.
yeah, he was all right, wasn't he?
And you were telling me this morning that Namibia have beaten Sri Lanka, so you never know. You know,
Not
stranger
that
things
long ago,
can happen.
22 World Cup, I think it was.
Wow, well there you go. It's always an associate nation to beat a big boy in one of these tournaments, and as I said yesterday, you just don't want to be that big boy.
But wouldn't we love it if it was today?
Oh, wouldn't we love it if it was today? Of course, I am joined by Nick to my left, and Messi, who's over, as always, sat in his weather cave in Perth. We're on a little bit late as I was trying to get the Namibian team in order on the old cart machine. So I will attempt to give you some jingles. So Abhishek's not playing. Ish and Kishan is.
Well, it's time for Ish and Kish and Cousins.
And of course,
Surely that'll get us pinged.
I doubt it. It's too short, really. I haven't got Sanju Sampson's jingle, so I have to go and find that. But I can probably play you now the bowler who is going to be. Do we know who's opening the bowling?
Silence.
We can't see him, can we? And I haven't put it up on the screen yet, so I can't tell you. But I can find Sanju Sampson, which I shall do now. And then we shall crack on with whoever the bowler is. You're going to be, you're leading us in, aren't you?
I am indeed, Bear.
You are. I'm just doing the intro.
And here's the bowler. We got his name. It's Ruben Trumpleman.
Trumpleman. He sounds like this.
For God's sake, get him out.
Well, let's hope so. And the other batsman for India is... Oh, that might get us dinged.
And
It's only 7 seconds long, so it might not do.
well, I think we'll be all right. And we're off. Trumpleman is into the left-handed Kishan. It's short and wide. It's pretty fucking horrible. But I think the umpire's put his arms out. It is going to be a wide, so we'll have that first ball again. Not a very optimistic start for Namibia, that Bear.
No. Well, the question is, what are the run situations? Got to do a bit of betting. There's always a bit of betting.
Yeah, I'll let you have a look at that and you can inform my decision while I'm busy talking nonsense. So, Ishan Kishan's been in really good form lately. Sanju Sampson less so. He'll be looking to score some runs with Abhishek breathing down his neck. This time it's on the cut strip. It's on a good length on off stump. Kishan can only defend. There's no run there. Little bit of bounce Trumpleman found there, and he's bowling at decent pace, about 85 miles an hour. Do you know much about this Namibia side, Messers?
Does anyone know anything?
Absolutely sweet fuck all.
All right, well, all three of us are in the same position, so if anyone's there on the socials and wants to give us any handy little bits of information...
As I say in these situations, just say what you see.
Say what you see, Bear. And what I'm seeing is Trumpleman running in. He's onto the pads this time. Kishan flicks away, but there's a man at deep backward square, so it's just going to be a single.
So he runs at the fall of the first wicket. It's 32.5, which you kind of expect them to get.
That's an
Probably no
absolute
time
gimme,
at all.
though.
What, over or under?
Over.
Yeah, well, that's what I said the other day when England were playing somebody, and then bloody Phil Salt went and top-edged his first ball to fucking the man on the 45.
Well, it can always happen.
Yeah, exactly.
And you wouldn't think that Sanju Sampson and Ishan Kishan are going to be hanging about here. We haven't seen too many 200-plus scores, but we might see one today.
And Abhishek, who is leading run scorer in T20, went and hit his first ball straight down extra cover's throat, didn't he, against
Yeah.
USA? So you do never know. I'm going to go over, though, because I think that's probably what it's going to be.
So the left-arm Trumpleman is going to stay over the wicket to the right-handed Sanju Sampson. It's put it in a decent area, and Sampson shows it some respect. It's proper cricket, that. He just pushes it out to the man at mid-off. There's no single.
Well, India's 20 over run score 232 and a half.
I mean, that seems high, doesn't it? You've got to fancy unders.
I'm going under that. Fuck that. I mean,
Yeah, but
you
bear
can't
in mind
say.
what they did against New Zealand, and this is only Namibia, so...
Well,
yeah.
it's true, but it's still a long way off, and it's 20 overs. I mean, that's basically 11 and over. They're saying they're going to get.
Ooh, and he beats the bat that time. The keeper is looking for a caught behind, but I think it's a fresh air swipe. There's nothing going there. But a tidy first over this from Trumpelman. Just 2 runs from the first 4 balls.
I'm going to go over to 32 and a half there.
Yeah, I've gone with that bear. But the ICC do tend to make sort of slightly more sporting pitches, don't they, than the IPL?
Yes.
So
Slightly longer boundaries.
slightly longer boundaries, a bit more in the wickets, and so we aren't seeing as many 200 plus. I did hear that the average score in Delhi was 200 in the IPL last year. That's going to be another dot. Trumpelman fancies an LBW shout, but it's pitched about a yard outside leg. But
May have got an inside edge too.
so not a lot going for it. But
No, I mean, I'd imagine that India only need about 180 here to be pretty
you
secure.
would have thought anything around there
Yeah.
would be plenty. But I've got to say, if I was bowling an over to Ishan Kishan and Sanju Samson and I'd only leaked 2 from my first 5 balls, I'd be feeling pretty smug about life.
Yeah. And the last ball gets smashed out the ground. for
Here
6.
comes the 6.
Yeah.
Right on cue. It's straight and it's true, and it is into the weirdest stand in world cricket. Sanju Samson is up and running. India have 8 from their first over. Is anyone with us, Messrs?
Oh, indeed they are.
Into the collapsing car park.
The tumble down stadium, I call this. Leah, Carl Herbert, Farong, Shining Knight, Ched Wright, all say good morning to us. Shining Knight says, by the way, I really appreciate the opening jingle. Yeah, that theme song is actually a ripper. James Sherwood is the composer of
It's a
that.
Gorilla original. And it will never
Yeah.
change because he's not with us anymore. No one's doing a new one.
It's really good.
And it's really good.
Shining Knight says, Italy are just the goats. It's their world and we're just living in it. And South Africa is the greatest thing to happen to associate cricket and the T20 leagues across the world.
It's kind of true. They're everywhere. The next man to bowl, he's got a great haircut. It's Chikongo.
Chikongo.
So many wickets up for grabs.
And he's bowling right arm round to Ishan Kishan. He serves up a half volley, but he gets away with it. Kishan hits it straight to the man at point. Little bit of swing there, Bear.
Little bit. Slower speed, probably a little bit more swing.
Yeah, it's very much medium pace.
Yep.
Shorter run up, not sort of un-Bumrah-esque, but the speed is slightly lower than what we'll expect to see coming out of Jasprit's right arm. Who was that you're jingling up there?
I think I just accidentally tripped something. I was trying to clean the mouse.
So Chikongo's in again. This time Kishan rocks back and slaps it out to the rider on the offside boundary, so they'll cross for a single.
I mean, if I was India, I'd play it quite. I know it's power play cricket and all that, but I want to get my eye in here and expect some dross later on, and to be able to accelerate quite hard.
Yeah, I think you're quite right, Ben. The temptation is to try and go off at 100 miles an hour, isn't it, and score 85 in the power play. But these two batters are ultimately going to be competing for a slot later in the tournament, aren't they? So,
Well, if Abhishek Sharma comes back, isn't it? It's going to be. He's going to go back to opening. I mean, he is the number 1 T20 batter in the world currently. So, well, in India's eyes, anyway.
So Chikongo is going to shift over the wicket to Samson. It's short and it's slow, and he's just picked it up. It's into the stands for the second time. Another big 6. That looked very club cricket, didn't it? You can't bowl that length if you're operating at that kind of pace.
No,
It's halfway down and it's got up to about knee height, and
he
Samson,
just picked it up.
So
I've always liked Sanju Samson as a batsman.
he's
Can
a
be
lovely
bit
batter to watch, isn't he?
He can be a bit slow to get away, but he can certainly pick it up.
And he seems like a bit of a feast or famine player. He goes through runs where he can't stop scoring, and then he gets stretches of low scores. I think he would have been a bit surprised by the pressure Ishan Kishan's put on him leading up to this tournament. He's been in great form.
Yeah, see, Ishan Kishan, whenever I've seen him in the IPL, he's not really done much. He keeps getting out for bugger all and then gets dropped.
It's short again, it's picked up again, it's higher, but the result is going to be the same. It's huge.
Well, we've got 3 6s already. Maybe that 223 is 227 6s in 18 games. So we're averaging what? 15 6s a game?
Something like that, Bear. So, I mean, it had a little bit of tail in there, but Shikongo's finding out pretty quickly that against players this good at his pace, you just can't bowl that short. This could be a bit of a tough education for him tonight.
Well, yeah. It's 87 metres. It's quite pretty big.
So India are now 21 after their first 10 balls. Sampson's hit the last 2 for 6. Can he make it 3 in a row? He's got over cover, but it's going to bounce in front of the boundary. Just one and into the board. So 6-6-4. India are flying.
It's Nissan Shi. It's Nissan Shi.
Well, over 32 and a half, looking quite good.
That's looking nice now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is looking quite good.
And Shikongo has 1 ball to bowl. He's got, I imagine, that horrible feeling where you don't quite know where to put it.
Yep. Probably puts it halfway down the track and gets smashed over.
Yeah, or tries to go Yorker and misses with a sort of waist-high full toss.
Yeah.
Let's see. The pressure is right on. He's desperate to get out of the over. Sampson's raced to 22 from 7. And Shikongo is in again. It's in a decent spot on a good length on off stump. Sampson just picks it up, but it's into the hands of deep mid-wicket.
You
Bear
fucking idiot.
has put the curse on both of us. Shikongo's got out of the over the best way possible with a big wicket of Sanju Samson. India are 25 for 1.
Oh, you know what you're getting for that, don't you, Sanji?
Fuck off! Just fuck off!
There's all.
Go on, Messi.
Go on, Messers.
There's always a little more frisson to Bear's commentary when he has a bet on. Yeah, Will, I take it it's Will Cullen. Cullen W1S1SW says in this Namibian squad, Jan Freilink is their best batsman. He can strike it 10 and over easily. In terms of X factors, it's Ruben Trumpelman. He's good with both bat and ball. There you go. There's our research done for us.
Thank you.
Lovely stuff.
That's what we need to
Shining
know.
Knight says, hope his sheets are okay, Messi. Yeah, I had lovely clean sheets in the end last night. It was very nice. And Sagnik Dada says, in all probability, that big boy is about to be whipped by a small team. It's England. There's a good chance Scotland might get them.
Well, I'm hoping not. I would like us to get through to the Super 8s at least, for crying out loud. Right, next man in is this guy.
At the rise of the sun, he emerges inside. He hides in the night. Until like bomber.
So we're going to have a change of bowling too. Schmidt is into the attack.
He sounds like...
JJ Smith, not to be confused with JJ Smuts. Latest debut at 16.
And he is another left armour operating from the Delhi gate end, bowling to Ishan Kishan, who just pushes into the offside for a quick single. That was a bizarre shot from Sampson, wasn't it? With a
I think it was a slightly slower ball, wasn't it? He got
And
through
he
the shot. He
bit
realised
early
he
on
wasn't
it.
quite there, so he just tried to go through with a shot, but took all the heft out of it, so he just sort of pushed it in the air,
just
didn't he?
ended up clipping it straight down the fielder's throat.
Yeah, I thought there wasn't going to be a man there, but of course I was wrong about that. 22 off 7, 5 even, you'd take that, wouldn't you?
Be pretty decent springboard, and they got plenty of batting to come. So Tilak Varma faces up for his first ball now. Another left-hander just back from injury, but I'm a big fan of this guy, Bear.
Tilak Varma?
Yeah.
Yeah, another one I've seen, you know, you see a lot of them in the IPL, don't you, and they do well and then they go out of form. It's the way of T20.
Yeah, he hasn't quite taken, I'd say, the step from sort of prospect to superstar yet.
No.
And the IPL can be slightly misleading with how flat the pitches are. Sometimes these players who look
And how
like
short the fucking boundaries
Yeah.
are as well.
Yeah.
Top edges for 6 every day. It's like we were saying this morning in the podcast, you know, the thing about T20 is it is a bit hit or miss. I mean,
It can be. So Schmidt is on the money again there. That skews off the outer half of Tilak's bat away to the man at deep backward point. He is up and running with a single.
I mean, that's what gives, I think, the associate sides more of a chance of beating a big boy in such a format. You know, it can go horribly wrong. And you can have a cracking day, and you've only got a bat for 20 overs. So if someone gets in and actually gets their iron and swings for the bleachers and gets there, and they have a good day, they could quite easily get, I don't know, even 70 or 30 or something like that.
No, that can be a real leveler.
That can be a real leveler, exactly. So it does make it quite exciting. And as we say, we're always rooting for the underdog, except when they're playing England.
Well, even when England were playing Nepal, I think a lot of English people were hoping Nepal would win.
I was on the Nepal bandwagon. Oh, that's beautiful from Kishan. It's slammed straight back past the bowler. It's flat and true and into the boundary boards for 4 runs.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He looks full of confidence, Ishan Kishan, and he's a lovely player to watch when he's on song.
Yeah. I watched a streak of IPL innings where he kind of got out in 2 or 3 balls, about 4 innings in a row.
I think
2
this
or 3
year,
IPLs ago, and then, didn't see him for the rest of the tournament.
I feel like this year he got 100 first up and then went on a run of doing nothing. But it's a lovely, clean flow of the bat, and he packs a punch for a little guy.
Yeah. He's a clean hitter of the ball.
He really is.
Big gold chain.
Big old gold chain. And Schmidt is over the wicket to him. He slaps that into the leg side. It beats the man at mid-on. It's a back-to-back boundaries.
4, 4, 4. F-O-R.
Packed stadium for India versus Namibia, of course.
Indeed it is. And after a quiet first over, India have raced to 35 already in the 3rd over. So they keep going like this. That 230 will be in their sights, Bear.
Yeah, I mean, I imagine they'll get 60 odd off the power play, but it's what happens after that, isn't it?
That can be the
when
slow
the field
period.
goes out and you hit it to the fielders and they're only one.
Oh,
that's out,
that looks
surely.
very good. And the finger goes up. It was full and straight.
Oh, he's
Kishan looked
reviewed
to
straight away.
slog, but he's reviewed very quickly. Could that be an inside edge?
Well, one assumes so if he's reviewed straight away.
And that would seem to be the only thing that would save him.
Well, yeah, it would be. He must have thought he hit it.
He looks fairly confident.
Yeah. Maybe he's just, I don't want to be out.
I'm not ready to go. Well, he's playing very nicely, although that was a really ugly swipe, wasn't it, to a straight one? And
he's missed that
I
completely.
think he's missed it. Yeah, it's hit him on the back leg in front of
That's
about
fucking
Midland
out.
leg.
Why are you
It looks
reviewing that? He's nowhere near it. Oh, no, he has it. Oh, there you go.
that looks to me like there's a gap between bat and ball
A
arm.
massive gap between bat and ball. How is that?
But
Well,
Yeah, I mean, I suppose there is a blur on the thing. He must have known he hit it. I mean, he did
Yeah,
review straight away. But
well, 2 glasses wearers' eyes have been fooled. We've been conned by an optical illusion.
that looked a bit dodgy to me, but hey.
It is the end of the over with a dot ball. India are 35 for 1 after 3. What's going on in the Big Bad World messages?
Tim Wilton Davis is with us, says, hi, I didn't get a notification. Problem with YouTube? I don't know. It should be automatic. I also always put out, if I can, notifications on X, on Blue Sky, and on our Discord channel, so you shouldn't miss it. Sanju Sanson, poor dude, says, Shining Knight. Man's probably dropped for the rest of the tourney as soon as Abhishek returns. Extra Fluffos is having Nam flashbacks morning. And Nick Vickers says, hi, Gorillas. Hi, everyone. I suspected a wicket there. And Will says, fuck, I'm late. Well, you're allowed to be late.
You're allowed to be late.
So it's going to be Shikongo to continue for a second over round the wicket. It's wide. Tilak tries to work. Blimey. Well, there was a very risky single there, straight to the man at short third. If he'd hit the stumps, I think Ishan Kishan was in danger there.
Yeah, very much so.
They're having a bit of a disagreement between them. I guess Kishan's called that. And he's almost sold himself down the river.
I think he'd have been out of here.
Yeah, he would have been very close.
Would have been very close. He looked a bit short, though.
Yeah, not the longest legs, but he was scampering. So we got another, 3 overs of power play? This time it's full and on the legs, and that's picked up. and it's in the gap. It's one bounce into the fence.
They don't have a man out there for bloody him. Why did they have one for Sandy Sampson, the fuckers?
1, 2, 3, 4.
So Shikongo isn't offering a great deal of pace or a great deal of control at the moment.
No, but he got a wicket.
He got a wicket. Shit does get wickets sometimes.
Yeah, it does indeed.
Although he's not bowling utter shit. It's much better than what I'd be sending down, but I'm not a professional cricketer.
No.
And he's got 4 more balls of power play to bowl. These could be fruitful. I think Kishan's only got one thing on his mind, and it's boundaries. That time he doesn't get all of it, but it won't beat the man at mid-on, so they run through for a single. There won't be any more than that. You still feeling that India are overwhelming favourites for the tournament, Bear?
I am, but like we were discussing earlier, I think there's always a chance that, you know, I mean, they were overwhelming favourites at 2019 with the World Cup at home, weren't they, in the ODIs, and then they got beaten by Australia in the final. And especially in this format, if you have a bad day in the final, that could be it, couldn't it? And it could be rolled for 120.
Indeed, Tilak's down the track this time. He doesn't beat mid-on either, but there will be a single there, although it had to be run quickly. And as the pitches get worn a little bit, I guess spin comes into it a bit more, and you might see more teams being bundled out by quality spin.
Yeah, although people don't seem to tend to try and spin it that much, do they? I mean, I was watching... who was it this morning? Was it the back end of the Sri Lanka game?
Theekshana would it have been, Bear?
Yeah, and he was basically just bowling
very
up.
flat, yeah.
There was no turn whatsoever. The name spinner doesn't always apply.
Yeah, the days of flight and guile sometimes seem to be fading. So Shikongo's switched over the wicket. Kishan looks for another lusty blow, but he doesn't get anything on it. Just squirts into the leg side. So that is a much needed dot ball from Namibia's perspective.
Not a bad over, really.
No, he's
if
gone
he can get
for
out of it with only a single. He's only gone for 3
7
singles. 7 so far.
7 or 5. So it's
a power play.
Yeah, really good. But he's got to get out of it. We were saying this about the first over, and the last ball went for 6. What can Kishan do off this last ball of the 4th? We've got a field change. The 2 men are back on the leg side. We've got a cow corner and deep backward square, so it might well be short. It's certainly going to be straight. He's round the wicket. It is straight.
And it's slapped straight to that man.
Slap to cow corner. There'll just be 1. So India are 43 for 1 after 4.
Shining Knight says Test cricket is regular food, T20 is fast food, IPL is like mainlining energy drinks. Mike Black says, of course I was wrong about that. Should be Bear's catchphrase.
Yeah, well, can you let in?
Good luck with that.
Can you let in Tony on the Zoom there?
Oh, I can indeed. Tim Wilton Davis points out a nice piece of synchronicity. England are playing Scotland in Kolkata.
Get off!
It used to be Calcutta, the same day as England are playing Scotland in rugby in the Calcutta Cup, which is kind of neat.
We like that as Trumpelman's back into the attack, and he's swept for 4 off his first delivery.
Too much down the leg side, wasn't it?
Yeah.
2 on leg stump. Let's have this one.
4 on the floor, and 1 more 4 than the 4 before. That's what 4's are for, to get funky on the dance floor.
He's much quicker than Namibia's other seamers by about 10 miles an hour, but that doesn't often or doesn't always help in this form of the game.
Well, no, look at Joffre's gone for fucking loads in his 2 games so far.
Yep, quite often the faster they come, the faster they fly. And this time he's a little bit short and wide, but he's gotten away with it. It's going to reach the rider on the offside boundary, so there's just 1 there. Kishan is 22 off 14. Tilak has had a few sighters. He's 3 from 4.
Yeah. Reasonable power play so far.
Yeah, I
I
think
they'll be happy with that.
Fairly happy with it.
Namibia would like another wicket in it, I'd imagine.
Gary Kirsten in the Namibia dugout. He was former India coach, wasn't he?
He was for a while, wasn't he?
I believe
Or Pakistan, one or the other.
Well, everybody's coached Pakistan at some
Well,
stage.
Everyone's had a go. You were there for a little bit, weren't you, Messi?
Yeah.
Tilak gets it away fine for a boundary.
1, 2, 3, 4.
He didn't get a lot of bat on that, but it was enough to beat the keeper, and it ran away very quickly, very fine.
2-leg siding.
Yeah.
Needs to be more middle stump, really, doesn't it? And if he wants to pick it off of middle stump, fine.
But you can't stray onto middle and leg.
No.
Yeah. I coached them via Zoom, Nick, but they sacked me before I could catch the plane.
Good bit of fielding.
Yep, it's saved a boundary, but they'll get back for a couple. These got weird jumpers that Namibia have got there with a sort of zip.
Have they? What?
Yeah, I was thinking that bloke was the coach, but he's actually fielding at mid-off.
A little quarter zip up the top.
Yeah.
That's trendy now, apparently, the quarter zip.
I've never seen it on a cricket jumper, though.
No, I've never seen it on a cricket
What do you
jumper.
think of it?
No, I
No?
don't like it. I don't like it.
So, Trumpelman's gone for, 11 off 4, and this time Tillak's down the track. He's slapped that flat over cover, and that's into the fence. So, this is turning into a slightly ugly over. He charged at him like he was about to set off for 100 metres. And with a cross bat, he's hit it really hard and true. And it's absolutely flown.
He's given himself room outside leg stump, hasn't he? So he
Yeah.
can free the arms, hit the gap.
There you go. And this listeners know everything. Shining Knight says Kirsten coached India from 2008 to 2011.
Quite a long stint. And this time it's much more respectful from Tillak. Just flat batted into the offside. So Trumpelman gets out of the over
15
with
off
a
of that.
dot. 15 off. 58 for 1 after 5.
And where do you change?
Oh, we are. Tony's
We
in.
are. Yeah, there's a lot of chat in the background. I can either hear the TV commentary.
No, you can
Not
hear
on
the
my
people in the
TV.
green room.
No.
You can
Oh,
hear
okay.
Gary. That's
Well,
what
tell
you
him
can
to,
hear.
Tell him to.
That's
Trap
all
it a
right.
bit.
It doesn't matter. He's not as loud as us.
Well, Gary's on now, anyhow.
Oh, Gary, you're
Oh,
on, mate. Yeah. It's me, you, and Tone, so you can stop talking over there and come and talk over
Where
it.
did you get to, Messrs?
I just did the post
No,
about
I'm
the
a bubble.
Calcutta Cup. Sorry, Invisible Bob was the last one I did. And he
quite a
just
bit.
said,
Got him. Nick, your look is particularly on point.
yeah, that'll do.
Lovely job on there.
Go from there.
Right, here
Will
we
do.
go. JJ Smith is going to come back into bowling. He's going to be bowling to Ishan Kishan.
I just want to wish
one of the
you. Just,
Eagles.
before we do anything, just want to wish you well, Tony. You're under the weather, so
Yeah, I've stocked
getting
up
man
with
flu.
various cold remedies, but I'm sure it's just a cold.
well. I hope it's going to be here today, gone tomorrow.
Aye.
JJ Smith. That sounds like a Ford Tracker name to me.
Well, I know. Well, it's JJ
I thought he was
Smith,
one of the
mate, isn't he?
Eagles.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, could be.
Well, it's JJ Smith and JJ Smut playing in his tournament.
Yeah, I've talked about it on Guerrilla Cricket before, but the General Smuts pub, which has closed down because it was simply too violent. I've been in there before a couple of QPR games. You know, it's around that whole South African area, you know, Loftus Road and all of that. God, that was a scary place, I tell you that.
Quick message, Extra Fluffo asks, India Pakistan still going ahead or what? Yes, it is.
That's on Sunday. I'm not in for Sunday.
I have to figure out whether I think we were staffing that ready to go before we knew Pakistan weren't going to do it. So I might even have done a rota.
You mean you were relying on the unreliability of Pakistan, and it paid off?
Absolutely.
Who'd have
Shining
thought?
Knight.
Where has Hendo disappeared to this week? He came in for the first 2 days and he's been off.
I think he's off looking at various places he'll end up not buying down in.
Oh, right, down. He's gone down there again, has he?
Yeah.
That does seem
I
to
think
be the MO of house hunting as you spend time.
Well,
looking
he's got
at
to sell
places.
his place first, and he's never going to do it up, so he's never going to sell it for the price he wants to. But anyway, that one is guided down towards third man, but straight at the man on the edge of the circle, so they won't get through for a single.
A couple of wickets here would be interesting, wouldn't it?
Wouldn't it? I mean, they have taken advantage of power play. You obviously go hard. But
I mean, I always say, as I said a couple of days ago, it's the 6 or 7 overs after the power play that can often determine the direction of an innings.
Absolutely. Well, that one has been. It has gotten just enough of it. Didn't hit it as hard as I thought he had. Picked up by Ishan Kishan over backward square leg, gone all the way, 6 runs.
Yeah, looked to splice that a little bit, didn't he? Let's have a look. We'll see on the... No, it's right out of the screws, as they say.
Was following it a bit, really. Probably that's why he didn't get as much pace on it.
Only 62 metres for a big 6.
That's what
though.
I mean. Shortish boundaries.
I know. It's,
you should have 70-metre boundaries.
Diminishes some of the innings, doesn't it?
Certainly does.
And also, one of the great pleasures, certainly at the grounds, which I'll come to after.
JJ Smith is in. That's gone down the ground. Are you seeing this before us?
I might be.
Yeah. That's gone straight back over the bowler's head for another 6.
Well, it's Ishan Kissoff at the moment because he's certainly hitting this bowling wherever he pleases. But one of the other things about short boundaries is one of the delights of watching T20 cricket at the grounds is watching the fielding. You know, the speed over the ground, the pickups, the relays, the throws, the catches, and they're all fewer and further between if they're 62-metre boundaries.
Yeah. Well, that's 62 metres and they've gone about 2 or 3 metres over
well,
the boundary.
quite.
I mean, it is what was down at the sort of fine leg, so that would be a shortish part of the ground. Smith in again, and it's gone again. Oh, has he got enough on that? Yeah, he's got enough on that. Only just, but again, it's over the boundary. Oh my God.
Tony's interjections here remind me, and this will surprise you a bit, of the early 90s Canadian film Jesus of Montreal, where
I've never heard of.
It's a good film. Where a group of actors are dubbing porn films, and they have to keep making the oohs, the ahs, and the grunts.
I knew
That's what
someone.
we're getting from Tony.
Funnily enough, when I did my sound engineering course, there were a couple of people on there who managed to get themselves a job doing that.
Yeah.
I thought you were going to say my oohs, ahs and grunts were coming too early.
That one's been hit, and again, he's just got enough of it. That's not far, and it's just been dropped on the boundary. Well,
over the
boundary. Now, someone got an 80-odd in a power play the other day and ended up at 220, didn't they, after...
look, that was a miss-hit 6 there. I mean, there's no way he's getting that. That was higher on the bat.
That was nearly splice, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And that's annoying. I mean, that's what I don't like to see. It's fucking irritating. That should be out.
Well, it should be an opportunity for an out. It's a batter error, really. It's 60-40
4 sixes
win
in a row
for the batter. Yeah,
Last
here we
ball
go.
of the over. And he's tried it again this time. He's spliced. He's going to get 4 for it, though, for fuck's sake. It's gone out to square leg this time. The man's finer than that.
28 off the over, isn't it? Wow.
Yeah, 28. That's the most expensive over this World Cup, I believe.
There's not one boy for me. I must have 2 or 3. I need 4.
86 for 1, and that brings up his 50.
and
How many balls? 20 balls.
I don't want people to think I'm complaining about this because Ishan Kishan is getting the value for his positive play.
Yeah.
And that's the nature of the game. We can lament it a little bit, but it's the game.
Right, Shining Knight tells us that Gary Kirsten coached India 2008 to 2011.
11. We had that.
2011, apparently.
Yeah, we had that already.
Oh, well, okay. Tim Walton Davis, New Zealand and Australia are still states in the UK. If they win gold, not sure what that means. The French lady who defrauded her teammates also won a gold.
Yes, she did. Yeah.
How did she defraud her teammates? I've missed that
She
story.
had pictures of their bloody credit cards and used them online. Defrauded one of them for about $2 grand.
outrageous.
Yeah,
French Express, that'll do nicely.
Well, exactly. I mean, she defrauded one of about $2 grand. She got a 6 month suspended sentence. And she got 6 months athletic suspension, but they reduced it to 6 months suspension, but 5 of it was suspended, so basically she could take part in the Olympics.
That's still shabby. You'd never trust her again. Here's an interesting quiz question. It's from Tim Wilton Davis. How many countries have hosted both the summer and the winter Olympics?
Ooh, well, the last one was in Beijing, so that was the same city doing both.
Yeah.
Certainly Japan was Sapporo and Tokyo.
Yeah.
Canada. Oh, yeah, I was going to say Canada.
France.
USA, I'd have thought.
You'd have thought USA.
Yeah.
South Korea may have done. Yeah, no, it has, because of the Seoul Olympics. Yeah.
France, there's the Albertville Games.
Yeah,
in Paris,
probably.
1924. 1992 was Albertville, I think.
Well, we're giving them. The question was how many. He didn't tell us which one.
Well, we're at about 7 or 8 already.
Yeah,
four,
5, 6, 7,
four
or
is
8.
wrong, but apparently close.
I'd say
So
6.
7.
Of European nations, it could probably only be France and Italy. I don't think Austria, Switzerland, Germany doesn't have any mountains, does it?
Well, it does, doesn't it?
Of course it does.
Well,
but I don't know
well,
if
not
they've
that. Not.
hosted
I don't think they've ever done the Winter Olympics.
They might have had some events when the games has been held in Innsbruck or somewhere like that. And obviously Italy, because it has Rome in 1960 and probably multiple.
It's had multiple Winter Olympics on as well.
Yeah, well, Sestriere.
Any of the Scandi nations? They've not really done the Olympics.
Well,
Russia's
Stockholm.
Has it done summer and Olympics?
Stockholm did the Olympics in 1920, I think. It must have done the Winter. Sweden done the Winter Olympics. They haven't got many high mountains.
No, they haven't got any many high mountains. No, that's why they're all telemarkers, isn't it? Anyway, we have a new bowler. It's this guy. He's bowling to Ishan Kishan. No, Tilak Varma. He gets an inside edge that goes past the man on 45.
When it's going for you, it's going for you.
Yeah, it is indeed, and that goes down for another fucking 4 runs.
Just
bound to see the way you get shot for crossing a boundary.
I mean, it's interesting if you say it's hosting the Olympics or hosting Olympic events, because when the games was at Lillehammer, I'd be surprised if there weren't some events over the border in Sweden, but maybe not.
Where's Lillehammer?
Norway.
There was a series on. That was one of the first series I watched actually on Netflix, I think, with the guy from the E Street Band playing a mafioso guy stuck in.
Stevie Van Sant.
Yeah, it was quite good actually.
He sat next to me in the theatre.
That was pulled down to Cow, really wide long on. They got back for 2. It was mishit.
Downstairs at the Arcola. Anyway,
your geography is causing a fair amount of amusement there.
Really?
If you could picture a man.
Hit! Dropped! Fucking hell!
Don't do that.
Tilak Varma's been dropped. He slashed it square. It was straight at the man. It looks like he didn't see it because it popped out of his hands and he didn't know where it was.
It was hit hard, but you've got to be catching those.
Who was it put that down?
I don't know.
That was it wasn't quite dolly level, but it wasn't far off.
No,
I mean, he certainly hit it hard, but he didn't get all of it, and it rather looped.
Yeah, you've got to be catching those.
Yeah.
I mean, he's going, it hurt my hands, but I think that's trying to cover his pride. Oh my lord.
Hingo in, and that's gone
Catch
up.
it, no, it's in the crowd.
That's in the crowd. Long way up, long way back. And another bloody 6. Get rid of the pace, man. Put on the fucking spinners.
Yes.
Well, I said they get under 223.5, and I thought that was a pretty good bet. But Jesus Christ, at this rate, no way. They're going to
I think Brendan McCullum's been on his walkie-talkie to their coach. He's going, right, look, they're getting hit all over the place, these seamers. Bring on another one.
I tell you what, that was a wonderful swing of the bat from Ishan Kishan there. I mean, it was a real kind of golfer's swing finish with the blade all the way back, sort of almost touching his back as he went through it. It was reminiscent of Brian Lara at his best. Both left-handers, of course. Ishan Kishan's a bit taller than Lara.
They're bringing up the 100 here in the 7th over.
Yeah, with more to come.
Highest score ever in a T20. That one again has been slapped out to a vacant square leg. There's no one there, and it's more. I'm getting fed up with playing boundaries. I'm not going to play.
Yeah,
one.
don't play them anymore.
You're going to rebel.
I am rebelling.
Silent rebellion against this massacre.
Well, 17 off this over with 1 ball to go.
Well, what was it off that? Was it 28 off that over?
Yeah.
28 off the last over of the power play?
They need to get a couple of wickets here to slow things down.
Run
rate is currently 15. That one's smashed down along on. Is there anyone there? Yeah, there is someone there. It'll only be a single, my God. Only 18 off of that over. 104 for 1 after 7. I'm just going to go and get Lindo in.
What? I didn't under a Lyndon Dowen. I have no idea what that is. But anyway, if you can imagine a man putting his head in his hands, Gary, as he types, This one says the bear does geography, no mountains in Germany! Exclamation mark.
Yes.
Although a lady who should know, which is Leah, says we've actually got fewer than most people think. So maybe Tim Wilton David says, "Sorry, Germany, you have no mountains."
Well, no, I mean, I
there
just
we go.
don't think, I can't think of, when I've looked at skiing, holidays, I don't see many German resorts popping up on my thing.
No. So here's a question.
Oberstdorf.
Apparently, the Zugspitze is 9,700 feet. Extra Fluffy wants to know how high is that in ducats?
A lot. Oh, now that's hit. He's going to be out. Yes! Finally they get a wicket. Ishan Kishan is finally out. Caught for 61 off 24. Why are you...
Because it's spin, Bear. You were
Oh,
calling
right,
for
okay,
it.
yeah,
There
yeah,
it is. Greek philosopher Erasmus has got the wicket.
Yeah, well, exactly that.
The crowd says, the crowd says, the crowd says you.
It's pretty shit ball, then. It was just pretty short, and it was there to
Everything was going, so inevitably... Well, he's failed to middle some, and they still went for 6. Inevitably, he was going to fail to middle one more than the other ones.
Yeah, well...
And then it was a matter of catching it.
But,
it's a fantastic innings. Look, we can complain about mishits going over the boundary till the cows come home, indeed till the cow corners come home. But, he did the job. That's what he's there for. He delivered. And the game isn't won by India, but, they've got... even on... Crickinfo's very dodgy win predictor, I expect to be about 85% now.
Indeed. This man's bowling.
Gerhard Erasmus, he captains the side. Gerhard Erasmus is sweet.
And this guy has come in. The skipper.
Surya Kumar. Surya. Now I know the others might have let you down. It's not too late to play Surya now.
This is more a question for Tony. This is more a question for Tony than anybody else. But have they changed? Is this the Feroz Shah Kotla Stadium in Delhi? Because they seem to be calling it a different name on the scoreboard there.
It's the Aaron Jaitley, isn't it?
It's changed its name because I was looking for photos of it the other day, and I swear I've got a photo of it.
Is it still the one with the collapsed multi-story car?
Basically.
That's what it looked like. There's also a Virat Kohli pavilion there, which is...
they must have changed the sponsor. That one was defended back to the bowler. Dot ball.
Plenty different there.
Erasmussen again, that's swept by Sky. It doesn't beat the man at 45.
Good work
at the bowler's end.
Yeah, good work by the bowler getting behind the stumps there. A lot of them don't bother to do that. And
he wasn't happy it came to his end though.
Yeah, it costs wickets and sometimes it costs overthrows. But he did well there, the bowler. Namibian fans, all 10 of them, go mad.
Yeah, I love that guy in the outfield who caught that. His haircut reminds me of it's a very 90s sort of wedge haircut.
And what's wrong with that?
Nothing. It's defended. Well, no, it's driven up to long on by Sky. He'll get himself off the mark with a single.
I was at the Namibian fans there reminded me of the fans at the FC Copenhagen versus Kirat Almaty Champions League game I went to, where there were 6 fans who were introduced on the pitch at the start because they had come all the way from Kazakhstan to Denmark to watch the match. You could do the same with the Namibians here. But great that they enjoyed it so much, and they're flying the flag, wearing the team shirt.
It must be
Good
said,
on you.
it does seem they've got it a bit more organised for this World T20 than they did for the World Cup, the ODI one. Oh, that one just drifted in towards the stumps. Yeah, went on with the arm.
Bit off the forefinger, it looked like a little bit of a seam there.
Yeah.
Oh, hello.
Will you stop it?
No,
are you going on about that super
I'm getting
chat?
about a very large super chat.
Oh, yeah, I was going to say, it must be a super chat. It must be a super chat.
It looks large, but I don't think
especially
it's
as it's from a friend of ours, I think you could just be grateful.
Yeah, I know, I am.
Regardless of
down the leg side, it's going to be a wide.
But that was a Robert Croft, 24-yard delivery. And the umpire's not having it because he bowled it from behind him. He's calling a dead ball. What's going on? What is going on?
Well, it's better than a wide, I suppose. I thought you were allowed to do that.
I thought you were allowed to
Have
do
they
it.
changed the rules?
But maybe he's behind the umpire.
He's
not
not
behind the umpire. He's way, way behind the crease. But that's allowed, I think.
Yeah, I thought it was.
Paul
I've
Rifle
certainly seen it before.
Calling dead ball straight away.
Yeah, driven out to the covers, no run. That's a good over for Namibia. Only one off it and a wicket. My word, 105 for 2 after 8.
Do you want to jingle up? Do you want to give us a quick jingle of the old quick super chat for us?
I can do that if you so much like.
Yeah.
Super chat, yeah. Super chat, yeah.
It's from our friend Crick Writer.
Super chat game.
Just for the pleasure, he says, that's 500 squiggles.
Rupees, that would
indeed. Be. Just for the pleasure of watching Ishan Kishan today. Well, glad you're enjoying it. He's certainly giving it a tonk, that is for sure.
Well,
the first New Zealand-born gorilla... Sorry.
No, go on, Tony, sorry.
I'm trying to... What's a GG? Was in the Chariots of Fire race. Came second, I think. First New Zealand-born... I don't know what...
GG,
maybe
horse?
Olympic cricketer? No, not a GG. I don't remember. Or possibly in Chariots of Fire, yeah, because they would have been horse-drawn. Don't know.
Yeah, Chariots of Fire was the 1920 Paris Olympics, wasn't it?
It was. I do know that a chariot in French is, of course, is a shopping trolley, which always used to make me laugh because I think I was in France when living there when Chariots of Fire came out. Used to call it shopping trolleys of fire.
Well, we've got another spinner. First ball, he's a left armer. His first ball is just defended back to the bowler, and there is no run. And it is this guy.
Let's not overcomplicate things and just let Bernard Schultz do all the
Next ball is driven by Sky up to long off for a single.
I remember Chariots of Fire, there was a call out on Radio Merseyside for any extras who wanted to go to the Bebington Oval where they were filming it, but I didn't go, which is a bit of a shame, really.
We've seen why. I mean, he wasn't even in the bowling crease.
Yeah, but
so
I don't think you have
so
to be. I've seen people do that in a test match.
Yeah, Robert Croft used to do it all the time.
Yeah, but I don't think from that far back.
Yeah, no, I think you. Well, I didn't think it mattered as long as you weren't wide.
I mean, in theory, you could just sort of try and lob it in from in front of the pavilion, and you're not allowed to do that, which I think is what Rob Tucker is explaining.
He's also pointing to the edge of the popping crease.
Well, he was so maybe wasn't that wide.
Yeah, but you don't know. You don't know, though, do you? You know the front foot is behind the line. You don't know the back foot isn't behind the line. Sorry, the back foot isn't
down the track.
The line.
Comes Sky and lifts it. And one bounce down to long off for a single.
I think in response, Erasmus was probably arguing the virtues of Christian humanist philosophy.
Yes, he possibly will. Be a bit early, though. I think Erasmus predates Christ, does he? I'm not sure. No, sure.
Erasmus was 15th century.
Oh, right, thank you.
Schultz in, cut by Tilak Varma. Out to the covers, it'll only be a single.
The umpire says you can't do that in response.
If he's the founder of a teaching that talked about learned piety as a way of life focused on the inner spirit and teaching of Jesus, he probably shouldn't be that upset by being told off by
I thought it was just a student exchange program. Swept by Sky over. He's not going to get a 4. I thought he was going to get a 4 there, down to long leg. That's the one. You've got to have someone down there for him because he does that all the bloody time. Anyway, it ends up only being a single. By the way, how many nations have had both the summer? Did we get the answer?
7,
we don't have that answer yet. 6
or 7, I'm sure.
Well, yeah, that's a bit loose. But
yeah, I know.
Right, we were talking about. Leah tells us that it became the Arun Jaitley when they changed the name of the stadium in an attempt at Hinduization. So they
because it was the Feroz something or other.
Shah Kotla.
Yeah.
That's the picture I've got in there, and then when I got a picture out for this, it was the exact same picture as I had for the Feroz something or other.
Feroz Shah Kotla sounds Persian or something. Is it Patan, maybe? Not Patan.
Sounds very Islamic.
Oh, was that?
Whoa!
That's filthy. Right arm shit from Erasmus. It's been given as a wide.
So he's decided that, if he can't bowl from halfway to the pavilion, what he's going to basically do is bowl underarm by the look of that ball.
Well, that was that Yadav geezer, wasn't there? He used to bowl that.
Look, despite everything, there's licorice all sorts.
There's very much, and they're not really picking it, are they?
No.
That one he tried to flick off his pads, but only hit the man on the 45, and there's no run.
Yeah, he's doing well. Seems to be playing against the umpire more than the batter, but he's doing well.
Diana Patterson says, "Good God, guerrilla cricket does history."
Well, we do everything.
We know we're no good at geography and maths. So.
Yeah, I'm all right, Matt. That one's played up to long on for a single.
That would be like
Sky.
one of the first questions, multiple choice questions on Mastermind. Erasmus, the Erasmus Exchange Program, is it named after A, a 15th century philosopher, B, a Namibian cricketer?
Yeah, that's
kind
of
B.
That's kind of.
There it is again. The round arm filth of Erasmus, which he gets away with, and it's played up to long off for a single.
It's more kind of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, sort of. You'd have 4 answers and take 2 of them away, and then you'd phone a friend, and you get the bear.
Yeah, well, he completely collapses in the crease when he bowls it as well, doesn't he?
Yeah, well, it's a
really
low trajectory, just coming out between the finger and thumb there.
Yeah.
Oh. Can you stop it, Tony? Flicked up and over wide, long leg, and just about creeps over the boundary.
Doesn't creep, it goes over the boundary, yeah. Sails rather than creeps.
Wow,
Can it creep in the air?
Well, it did creep about only a metre over the line.
Yeah.
Jim Wilton does ask whether Erasmus is related to Moraeus and Erasmus. No, not that as far as we know.
It wasn't even a metre.
It'd be interesting if they were cousins or something, Namibia, South Africa.
It's the round arm filth again. That goes right across his crease. Is that going to be given as a wide?
I don't think so. It was inside the blue line.
Oh,
Well taken by the keeper.
I thought it was outside, but he did go across a lot.
Erasmus's father is called Francois. He was the former president of the Cricket Namibia.
All right, we're having a change at the end of this over.
IPC.
Gary, you're taking over from me.
Yes.
Messers and Ishan is going to join you. Oh, that's top edged. He's gone across again. It's not going to run down to fine leg. They're going to just get the single to end the over. Not a bad one in the end.
I mean, it's
10 off it.
I mean, it looks dodgy, but it's actually quite good stuff from Erasmus.
Yeah. You can stay there because Ishan can come in here.
All right, it's all right in the jingles.
Are you all right in the jingles? Yeah. Okay, you can come in.
Yeah. Right. So, Jazz, what are you making of this eccentric but nevertheless effective bowling from Erasmus?
Well, I think your comment that the overs after the power play are the key ones is proving to be very much the case, because at the end of the day, they've slowed down considerably over the last 4 overs, and it's having an impact. By the way, in terms of that dead ball, I've looked up the playing regulations. It says the bowler's back foot must land within and not touching the return crease.
Yeah, that's
now,
right.
I take it within means that you've got to be within where that line is painted.
And he stumped.
Oh.
That's a lovely bit of bowling from Schultz there. He brought Kumar Yadav down the pitch, and Sky had his head looking at the sky, I think, there.
Yeah, he knows.
And missed with a Yahoo. Fine bit of keeping. Good stuff from Namibia.
Yeah, he knew it was out. I think from the moment. I think he knew it was a wrong decision to come down the track there.
Turned. Genuinely turned.
Keeper knew as well right before.
And he just didn't bowl him, actually.
Yeah. Well, there's some glum faces at the ex-Feroz Shah Kotla Stadium. I don't think India are in any trouble. They're 120 for 3 in the 11th over, but 2 wickets now.
I mean, there were shouts for 250 in the studio.
Yeah, it might not be 250. It might be 220, though. We'll jingle up the next man, who he likes a 6 as well, doesn't he?
No, wait. We will not mention him until we see Where is it?
Oh, you're like me. I can never find them either.
And in breaking news, Hardik Pandya.
Somehow, and you'll know this, Jazz, somehow he's 31. I thought he was like 24 or something.
Wait, I didn't know that either. No, but I think most people in their prime would be around like.
Yeah. It just seems that, in my mind's eye, I've got him sort of pre-pandemic coming through as a young tearaway fast bowler and hard-hitting middle order bat. He's not quite so fast as a bowler, but he's certainly a hard-hitting bat.
I think you'd still consider him kind of like he will mature eventually when he still hasn't at the age of 31.
Well, you can't not look at the screen when Hardik Pandya is playing. He is box office. Absolutely. Captain of his IPL side, I think, these days.
Yeah, Gujarat. Oh, no, Mumbai.
I'm back to Mumbai.
Here's Schultz again, and this is defended. Oh, straight out of the textbook. No run.
It's just over 10 years since Hardik Pandya's T20I debut.
Yeah.
There you go.
Wow.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel like he's been around for 10 years.
Tempus fugit, if that's the right pronunciation. Here's Schultz again. This is defended, and they take an easy single square of the wicket on the off side. It's so good for a bowler when they see that the batsman misses the ball and he's in full kind of flamingo, isn't he? The arms are outstretched, the bat is above his head, but the ball is in the keeper's gloves, and he's about
going
to
to remember
be
that moment forever.
Yeah, so I think so. Here's Schultz over the wicket, left arm spin to the left-hander, and he punches it down the ground. There's Tilak, and helps himself to a single. He moves to 24 off 17, playing a supporting role. Can India afford a supporting role? They've got such a deep batting lineup.
Yeah, I mean I think that's why Hardik came in right now. I think like if you just give him his time to settle down, maybe even for like 10 balls, I think he'll just start hitting after that.
Yeah.
A deep batting lineup.
Well, maybe Tilak's got to play with a bit more aggression now, and Hardik does just punch the ball to the man who is stationed at short mid-wicket, and never has the Bear said anything more prophesying than the fact that Namibia needed to put some slow bowlers on, because boy is the tempo of this game changed. Schultz round the wicket to the right-hander, and Hardik can do nothing with it except again pick out the man at short mid-wicket. Just 2 off the over. Schultz has 1 for 7 off his 2 overs. India are in trouble, but you know.
And Indo tells us that Hardik came into the team after the 2015 World Cup semi-final, when it finally became clear India needed a finisher because Dhoni was well past his sell-by date. Yeah, well, he has a capacity to hang around. John O'Gorman has discovered one of our Easter eggs. He says, has any other Gorilla fan noticed that every few minutes on the backing track, there's a fellow that goes, way! I imagine he's called Oliver. Where's a Gillett? And wine pants, and is absolutely wankered. Well, he actually has been there forever. Hold on.
As the round arm, right arm stuff from Erasmus tries to tuck up Tilak, but he gets a single into the leg side.
I can tell you, John, that when we operated on Twitter, he had his own Twitter account, the man who goes way, which is quite active. Yes, he's been there ever since Gorilla came on air in the first place. And you hang around long enough, you hear it every time.
Indeed. Erasmus, this time more authentic off break, and it was a good Yorker to Hardik, who was winding up for the big one there, couldn't get it.
Honestly, when you're told it's been 10 years since his debut, for some reason I thought 10 years was probably like 2011 or something, because I still can't imagine 2015 being 10 years ago.
Yeah, well,
it does make sense for Hardik to make his debut in 2015.
It's the COVID. That was a single taken, and I ought to give you the score. It's 124 for 3 in the 12th over. More good stuff from Erasmus there, round arm, but India are finding it difficult with both the line and the trajectory.
Yeah, they're still trying to get some runs. Like, I think they should just try and like defend and maybe take out the spinners as much as they can. Yeah, you see.
Well, again, they're not trying to hit sixes there. It was well fielded at extra cover. Tilak now struggling as well. I mean, batsmen have got 2 off 5 and 25 off 20. This is not how you win.
It's not a very hard inning so far.
2020 matches. No. It's still plenty of time, though. We're only in the 12th over. Erasmus is in again, bowling from way behind the crease, and it's lifted beautifully, but he picks out the man at mid-off, and there is exactly what I was saying. He did not commit to the shot, and he just looped it up for a bit of catching practice at long off, did Tilak, and that's 25 off 22. That is not the kind of innings that is going to win this World Cup for India. It is the kind of bowling that wins matches.
Another one bites the dust. I think that is going to be out, Fred. Another one bites the dust.
I was going to say this right before he got out. You said that they're not going for sixes, but I feel like that in itself is a bad thing, because they are trying to go for boundaries, but if they're not going for sixes, then they're essentially trying to get out, which is what eventually
there was no commitment to the stroke there. It was almost like the kind of catching practice you see in the morning of a test match or a morning of a one-dayer, where they'll hit the ball high to men in the deep. It wasn't quite hit high, it was hit relatively low, but without much power. So
there was
it was
too
just
much
looping there.
There was too much
really?
pace on the ball, and it was a bit too full for him to try and flight that. So was.
Well, Erasmus has got 2 for 13 towards the end of his third over, which would be good figures in any match. But considering the carnage that was underway when he came on, it's really outstanding stuff.
You can just tell that he's been practicing his different, like when they say variations, like bowling variations, for like a very long time. It's not even length variation; it's running up variations at this point.
Well, that 25-yard ball got the wicket there, and it brings in a new batter, one of the Indian batsmen who always seems to be on the fringe.
You a shouldn't do, mate. Treat the bowlers roughly. He's got the skills you need, and he's quite buff, really. He's hitting sixes, not making duck eggs. So take this guy on if you feel like getting clubbed.
Oh, it's never good when he comes on.
Is he playing for a place? Is he playing for a place? He always seems to be playing for a place whenever he turns up for India.
And he doesn't.
Yeah, I think he's pretty well established himself now, hasn't he?
He has.
Full toss, but can do nothing with it, can Shivam Doob.
Whoa.
There's a bit of fun between Hardik and Erasmus there as they collided as Erasmus was fielding the ball. It's nice that there's still room for a bit of horseplay between the players. So, India are in danger of throwing away a rocket start with some less than accelerating play. Jez, you must have some thoughts.
Well, Tim Milton Davis was asking whether Gerhard Erasmus is related to Marius Erasmus. Probably not. He's born in Namibia. Marius is born and lived in South Africa. We actually call him the man who goes way, says Tony Bishop about the man who goes way. What have I gotten into in this place, says John O'Gorman. I need a good long hard look at my life choices. We all do. That's why we're here.
I'm 23 and I still need to look at my choices.
I can't remember being 23, so there you are. So 124 for 4 at the start of the 13th over, where the impressive Schultz has pitched it right up. And again, India don't really try to hit a boundary. They're happy just to punch that to deep extra, where it's fielded.
They seem unprepared for this spin somehow.
Yeah, they do seem unprepared.
I don't blame them. I mean, like, it is a relatively newer opponent for India, but then it's still, I mean, it feels a bit uncharacteristic almost.
It does feel uncharacteristic. I mean, I don't see much IPL matches, but do you get periods of sort of just knocking it around like this in the IPL?
Oh, it does, but then, because at the end of the day, it's just IPL. Like, they just still try to hit the ball as much as they can. But then, because the teams know each other, there's always a bit of like preparation when it does happen. I feel like this just seems like it's a bit underprepared that way.
Well, that's just been punched for a single up to mid-off. I mean, maybe India are happy with 200 and they could easily get 200 from here. But again, there's not really an attempt to hit a boundary there. It was no timing from Hardik, and fielded off his own bowling by Schultz. And you've got to give some credit here to the Namibians. I mean, morale can get tough when you see 4 sixes in a row being hit off your bowler.
Especially in front of the home crowd as well.
They've hung in and they've fought back. This is a better shot from Hardik. That's what I was looking for there. It's a half volley, but he does commit to the shot and he hit it a long way over the bowler's head for one of these.
It's the most Hardik shot if I've ever seen one. He just slaps it across.
Yeah, 88 metres, and it deserved 88 metres there. There was tremendous bat speed through the ball. It wasn't a big swing of the bat, but it was enough through the ball to get it for 6. And good ball again from Schultz, though, as a comeback. Tucked him up, and just a single taken. So Hardik's got his strike rate into what I'll call positive figures because he has 10 off 9.
Yeah.
I've got a question for you.
Oh.
When Tilak Verma was out, caught by Smith of Erasmus bowled it from almost exactly the place where he dead balled before. I don't understand why one would be a dead ball and the other one wasn't.
I'm absolutely with you. This is pushed half volley. It's pushed into the leg side for the single that's on offer. And it's the end of the 13th over. Namibia are bowling, and they have India at 134 for 4. Nicely lit monument there. I'm not sure what monument it is.
I think I should have seen it.
With the Indian flag colours of orange, white and green, but without Mahatma Gandhi's spinning wheel in the middle.
It's happening.
Leah tells us that if anyone here speaks German and is interested in that, I just set up a Substack for my German written output, and she sent us a link for that. As extra flavour, it says may as well be in Welsh.
Vielleicht man kann ein bisschen Deutsch sprechen.
Tim Wilton Davis is happy though. He says I speak both Welsh and German.
Oh, wow!
There you go. That's a multilingual proficiency I haven't come across before. Varong says already have enough runs on the board, just keeping the sponsors and bookies happy now.
Yeah.
Oh dear.
That's the Indian way to go.
Oh dear. Guerrilla cricket does not necessarily associate its views with those. If any litigation lawyers are on hand. Here's Jacob Baffle bowling. Oh no, it's not. It's Trumpelman. What a good name.
Yeah,
Trumpelman
I love it
is.
as well.
Left arm over the wicket. It's full, and it's just pushed into the leg side where they take the single on offer. That's square leg, but it was some fielding that they went for 2 and they got 2. So that's to the batter's credit there. That's the first time we've seen the kind of urgency required for 2, isn't it? So
I think India might try and capitalize on the pacer right now.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact I'm surprised why they went back to a pace bowler.
I am, unless they want him at the death bowl.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. That's the only thing I can think of.
Yeah. So it's Trumpelman. Left arm over the wicket, and this is punched into the offside, and there is no run. He's a big, blonde-haired South African. He's like Garth LaRue, only 20 miles an hour slower.
So I've got a question for Ishan, actually. Okay. During the New Zealand series, India batted without a care in the world and absolutely went for broke on everything. I see none of that attitude at all here. What's going on?
I mean, I think they might be saving it for the more tougher matches, don't you think?
Short and pulled, but there's no timing, and it's a bottom edge that goes out to the man running in from cow corner. And they didn't try and take 2 there because 2 wasn't there. Shivam Doob goes to 5.
You think they're not saving their whatever energy that they have for any game that actually might need it more than this one?
Always dangerous that you can't.
I don't think it's about energy. I think it's about they don't want to slip on a banana peel, I suppose.
Yeah,
possibly. I mean, these are the kind of games where if you do... I think I saw the table before the game started. If India doesn't end up losing this, they do stay in second when Pakistan is first. So it's a bit confusing.
Here's Trumpelman. He's in again. That's a hideous, wide, full toss outside the lines, and quite rightly given as a wide. And
that's the worst Trump delivery I've seen this year.
Yeah, it's not good. And Hardik looking with some disdain at the bowler here. He seems to be pointing at the crowd there. I think he's directing someone to catch the ball when he next hits it for 6.
Can you imagine?
Yes.
He's just like, yeah, it's coming to you. It's coming to you. Don't worry.
It sounds like you pulled a muscle, Jazz. As here is Trumpelman. He's in again. Slower ball, just nudged off the full face to the man at short third man, and they're through for a single. Jazz, what provoked that sigh
you relieved yourself on your chair
of delight?
It was Tim Wilton Davis has come out with the answer on the Winter Olympics.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
And the answer is 9.
9.
Countries have
Wow.
had summer and winter. The one we left out, was Russia and China.
Yeah. Oh yeah, Sochi. Yeah.
Sorry,
yeah.
you had China.
We had China, Beijing. Yeah.
So I read about it after this ball.
Trumpelman is in and short, and it's pulled to the man at deep mid wicket. Fumbles it a little, does Gerhard Erasmus, but very much the man of the moment, and so it is not taken advantage of. So the list.
The list is US, France, Japan, Italy, Canada, Korea, China, Russia, and, despite having no mountains at all, Germany.
Well, yeah, Germany. Was it Oberstdorf then? I'm not sure. Not sure. Yeah, Sochi and Moscow, of course, in quite quick succession. This is driven hard through extra cover. It did go through the fielder there, who dived, but didn't look like the greatest bit of fielding. And India will be very pleased for that 4 off the last ball of the 14th over. 144 for 4. India have a gross.
That was a dubious point. Made with hyperbolic conviction.
Oh, I can do hyperbolic.
Gary.
I can do hyperbolic conviction a lot more than that, I promise you. But Jez has our super chats and others.
Yeah, T20 is a bit short for hyperbolic convictions, isn't it? Just making certain the match lasts longer than the average tenure of a Watford or Spurs manager.
Yeah,
To which Tony Bishop says, harsh.
Yeah, what about Nottingham Forest? What about Nottingham Forest?
Yeah, I didn't expect them to sack their manager yesterday either, but
yes,
he had the highest win percentage of all the managers they sacked since they came up, I think, in the Premier League. He's had their highest win percentage and they still sacked him.
Well, Emma, who had a guerrilla debut yesterday, confessed to being a Forest supporter for 20 years or whatever it was. And the day she comes on, manager goes.
Well, that's about a 50-50 chance these days, to be fair.
Extra fluffer says, why there are all these German names in the Namibian team?
Well, it used to be. It used to be Southwest Africa, which was a German colony, wasn't it? So there's.
Yes, that's true.
Hochdeutsch, I think.
The Italian teams. It's funny. I mean, I would have thought when Menenti was doing his interview after his innings, he could at least have, feigned an Italian accent.
Yeah.
But as Mal pointed out, he did at least try to look like Luigi.
They have a Jaspreet Singh in the Italian team.
My favourite nickname in football. I'm sorry, Jez, it might not mean much to yourself, but there's a new, I think, centre forward for Nottingham Forest. Is Luca? Who's Italian centre forward, who's 6'7", and he's known as Pizza Crouch, which is quite good, isn't it? Oh dear, we're getting lots of adverts at the moment for Qatar Airlines and various things.
Drinks break on.
Yeah, like the IPL.
Eric J says, "Bring me the head coach of Alfredo
Garcia." Very good, very good.
Tim Wilton Davis says the Forest manager couldn't beat Wolves, so was sacked. Shows how little we think of Wolves.
Well, true. Forest against Wolves sounds more like a kind of synopsis for some kind of Wagnerian opera, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Well, I was thinking more of a post-apocalyptic film.
Could be.
Yes.
Well, like a Nat Geo documentary.
Yeah, we need the bear commenting on Wolves at Forest. I mean, it's all happening, as they used to say. Well, look, there we have the story there with what they call a consolidation phase being significantly slower than the power play, and we're now into something they're calling the acceleration. This is surely overlaying narrative where no narrative is required. The game.
So 6 overs to go.
Itself.
What do you reckon? Another 70 runs? 80 runs, actually.
Just over 200, I feel. But with a wide, that would have been a wide in a test match from Schultz there. There may be rather more than 215 or so on offer.
Yeah,
that was a pretty wild wide. Left arm over the wicket, often round arm. It's a quicker ball, but he's onto that in no time at all. Is Shivam Doob?
That's 100
That's
plus.
gone a long way.
That's 100 plus.
That's in the
That's
third
my prediction.
tier.
It's going to be 100 plus.
Yeah, that's meters.
This is the only jingle I felt was appropriate.
Yeah,
for the
I mean it was a smaximum if ever there was a smaximum.
There was 100 plus, 100%.
Yeah, well, we're seeing it here. I'm always slightly dubious. Oh, it's 107. I mean, this is like the ski jumping in the Winter Olympics where it'll come up at 121. They'd be out jumping the hill that was out hitting the stadium.
No.
Oh, the wheels are coming off because that was a wide down the leg side. It was very full. It gave the wicketkeeper very little chance. And it skewed away all the way to the boundary. So we're back on for 230, 240 again now.
Yeah.
2 plus 2 is a member.
I mean, that would have got better wicket keepers than this one flummoxed there. I mean,
we got 12 runs off one ball so far, which is
decent strike rate with a wide of 6 and then 4 wides. That would have been a wide had he left it, but he didn't. It's Shivam Doob, and he got it too long off, and they're through for a single. I suspect Hardik is going to be all systems go now.
It's going to take maybe one more over, I think.
You think one more over?
One more over.
Only
maybe
4 down?
Yeah, maybe just one more over. Because I feel like if everyone just starts hitting now, there'll just be one batsman left for the last few overs, which you don't want.
No. So the apex of that 107-metre hit was 21 metres. Is that the apex or the apogee, or is it they mean the same thing? I'm not sure.
I stopped doing science after 10th grade. You're asking the wrong person.
Okay, this is wide of off stump.
Wow.
He can free his arms for Hardik, and that's gone. I think that's another 100-metre hit.
I would have hit that. I'm still taking my prediction. He's going to take a couple of overs to start.
Well, I mean, that was there to be hit, and he did hit it beautifully over long off.
Oh, there's just maximum.
Smack it in the air. Beyond the boundary. Smack it in the air.
109?
Yeah.
That was longer. Wow.
109.
No, I've got to say that's not strictly a smaximum. Smaximum is when it's low and six.
Oh, I see. That's wide of off stump, but a little fuller and goes under the swinging bat of Hardik, and there is no run. They bowled with such discipline and such variety. These spinners,
this over just kind of put all that down the drain.
Yeah, well, it's a funny old game. T20. That was very full and wide as well. There's an attempted sprawling stop in the covers. Again, he went down in instalments there, did the Namibian fielder, and it's through for a boundary.
It's almost like you should have no expectations from these people anymore.
There's not one boy for me, I must have 2 or 3, I need 4.
Well, if you were graphing this innings at the moment, you would have a very steep gradient, and then it flattens off, and now a very steep gradient indeed, which shows just how different the overs have been. As this one is very full and it's clobbered to long off, and they're through for a single. It's the end of the 15th over. India are 168 for 4. Schultz has spoiled his figures. He now has 141 off his 4. He was heading for something a lot better than that. And speaking of heading for something a lot better than that, we're going to get a new ball by bowler, because I'm coming up.
Well, speaking of new ball by bowler, I'll just read his message. He says, "You're never more than 10 yards from an ex-Watford manager. Sean Dyche was actually the Pozzo family's first Watford firing to make way for Gianfranco Zola." There you go.
I arrived to have my own messages read. That's weird.
Yeah.
Read back to me. What did that last over go for? It went for, I think, 23, was it? No, more than that, surely. Anyway, it's 168 for 4. And as Gary said, it's been extraordinary. A massive thumping power play. 86 for 1. 28 off the last over of that for Ishan Kishan. Then relative quiet before the pace is picked up once more.
Yeah,
Speaking of picking up the pace, Anindo.
Last 6 overs, they're just going to go for it, which has been a long time coming anyway.
Indeed. Well, it's 168 for 4. Chikongo is going to be in. He's over the wicket. And that's driven by Hardik Pandya, but straight to extra cover. And there is no run. And Nick, it feels like only a few minutes ago we were having a pint in the Bishop and Bear, and now there you are.
It certainly does, T. I'm still half pissed, and I guess I'm on the jingles, aren't I? So this could go quite badly wrong.
You are both jingles and social. It's multitasking.
Yeah, breakdown coming.
Just don't mix them up.
That would be a good start in India. So where do we think India are going to end up? You guys got a score in mind?
I think 220 odd would be about the right
235
probably.
235 in India.
That's driven down the ground straight to the fielder at long off. They jog a dead easy single, nice and slow and easy. Hardik, as Anindo himself was telling us, bought into the team around about 2015 because they needed somebody with a bit more acceleration as MS Dhoni somewhat slowed down.
Yeah, India just didn't have a finisher at that point, and that's what he came in as.
But you might need to somehow get nearer to your mic, Anindo.
Sorry. Okay, just give me a sec. Let me put on my headphones. I was being lazy.
231 is the forecast, by the way, that Cricinfo is going for. But Chikongo, he's only gone for 1 off his first 2. So he's trying to establish an element of control. He's also the one bowler who doesn't bowl spin to take the wicket. Spin has been the answer. It's not a surprise to anyone. But the other 3 wickets have fallen to both Schultz, and that one's wide, dabbed out into the covers, single taken. Bernie Schultz with his slow left arm got 1, and Erasmus got 2, didn't he, with his extraordinary
Brooks actually
combination of off spin and round arm
rubbish.
stuff.
I loved it.
It was quite entertaining, I'll give you that.
Yeah.
And there was the
But-
extraordinary bowling from, basically halfway back towards the pavilion,
But to
which
Messi's
caused some
point,
debate.
to Messi's point, I mean, why one was a dead ball and the other got a wicket? I don't think there's too much consistency.
Chikongo is in, but Hardik Pandya has just gone rocked onto the back foot and full flow of the bat over long off and all the way. He says, giving Nick bags of time to queue up one of
The number of the day really hops and kicks. The number of the day is 666.
There
I
we
mean,
go.
he's
T.
incredible down the ground. Yeah.
I mean, you are looking here at 2-10. One team is unbeaten in 9 World Cup matches, possibly one suspects soon to be 10 World T20s. That slammed away as well. I don't think that went the distance, pitch short of the boundary. Otherwise, a very similar shot. 4 more.
4
Looks very
more.
disappointed.
He does indeed, but he's going to get a jingle.
With the super shatter, super shatter, super shatter, super shatter, super shatter, rocka, rocka, super shatter.
Not only
should have
that,
cheered
of
him
course,
up.
they're two times World T20 champions, runners-up once, and semi-finalists twice, against a team that's only ever qualified to get out the group stages once, which was back. Well, they had a really good tournament, didn't they? I remember David Visa being exceptional, I think, in 2021. That one's wide of off stump. Hardik kind of scoops it out through a vacant point. Third man's not going to get round, and it's another 4.
Oh, I'm in business again, aren't I, T?
You are. You are going to be busy.
Like a tracer bullet.
Yep, it's the brutal overs, and I've got no idea where Messi's was on the socials, but my eyes are zeroing into one comment from Greystoke, who has asked if the guy on the left is named Glory Hole. Can confirm I'm not named Glory Hole. The Patreon Glory Roll are the names below, and my name's Nick. As Eric has informed him, Greystoke is clarifying that he's been out for a few red wines and apologises for his posts in advance. No, keep going, Greystoke. The more the merrier. And back to you, T.
Well, yep, it's 184 for 4. Still 4 overs to go. You can probably see that expected total climbing and climbing. The latest live forecast we can see is 239. Remember, the last 3 balls of the previous over went for 14, and India now do look very capable indeed of opening their shoulders and powering to a very formidable total. In he comes with a trumpety trump, does Trumpelman. That's gone up in the air, but it's dropped short of our friend Shonko. Oh dear. Up it went. It was a bit outside edgy, wasn't it, an Indo, but didn't carry far enough.
Yeah. That went on the bottom of his bat, probably. I didn't realize Gary Kirsten is the coach of the Namibian team. He's all over the freaking place.
Well, he is. I thought it was Craig Williams. Maybe Gary Kirsten's been brought in as a consultant, if you like, for this competition. But it's still going to be Ruben Trumpelman, left arm quick from Durban. Became eligible to play for Namibia due to his father having been born in Windhoek. That's his connection. He's been taking plenty of wickets in the Nepalese Premier League, which may be of variable quality. Took 1 for 30 against Netherlands when in the serious stuff.
Bowling at decent heat.
And he is. Left arm over, swings it slightly in to Hardik, but Hardik just turns it away, backward a square. And they're able to take a pretty easy single.
I have a speculative question for you two. How do you think whichever ancestor of Trumpelman got the name Trumpelman got it from? Was it from an African tribe who saw them doing something extraordinary, you think?
I have literally no idea. If anyone can tell us, as this one squirted away by Shivam Dubé down to deep cover, they take another single. Ruben Trumpelman, I don't know.
Oh, I couldn't
Trumpled
speculate
over
either in
something.
India. What's a trumple? Is it?
I don't know,
it's like-
trampled over something.
Yeah, trampled over something, trumpeted on something.
Yeah.
Is it a verb to trumple? I trumple, you trumple, he trumples,
I don't
we
know.
trumple.
We all
Let
trumple along.
let our listeners go for it.
Is that the fountain at the Red Fort that we keep seeing there in India? That hits the leg, but it was going down leg because Hardick had stepped back. It was off the pad. It should be leg buys and signalled as such by Rod Tucker. So it's 188 for 4. Actually, this has been a very decent, given what's gone before, and the fact that we've constantly said it's pace off, spin, spin, spin. This is not, under the circumstances, so far in India, been a bad over, has it?
No, very tight.
Very good. Very.
Oh, here we go. Leah's in the business with some German. Trumpel means to stomp in several Germanic languages.
Well, hence, yeah, indeed. As in trumpety trump.
On what
and
is the
that's
question?
driven to Erasmus, though, who's stationed down at Long Off.
I love
that's
to
not
see
a
it.
round arm throw.
Trampled over what indeed in India? I think best not to speculate.
Must have been something significant for them to get a family name.
Yeah, you're right. The Trumplemans. The Windhoek Trumplemans, as they're known. And then, of course, there's the line from the Nelly the Elephant song. That's full and on off stump. That's beautifully played by Hardick. He's not going to get 4 for it. But it was almost a Yorker, but he timed it sweetly just to steer it down to JJ Schmidt.
That's an extraordinarily good over.
But well done, well bowled, Rubin. However you got your name, under the circumstances of an all-out assault from these two India batsmen, he did pretty well indeed. Right, it's going to be over to Nick.
Yeah, what have we got? Tim Wilton Davies is saying that India should tour Kathmandu and also that England toured Ireland in 2025. Diana Patterson suggesting that Trumple is a little trump. Of course, I would thought a mini trump would be a trumpet.
Well, yeah.
Extra Fluffo is saying lol. Tim Wilton Davis is saying double Donald Trump Jr. Then Leah has given us a sensible answer, and Eric is asking who do you have in mind. I don't know what is going on there, some other chat. So we are back to India and hopefully no more boundaries so I can stay out of work.
What? 190 for 4.
Wouldn't it be great if they keep this under 200?
JJ Smith is going to be the man.
You're dreaming with your eyes wide open.
And he comes, left armour, full and slightly swinging outside of a stump. Hardick has a good old full-blooded heave, but only goes down to backward point for a single.
I'll settle for singles from here out. 17, 208, that would be lovely.
Was wicketless. He made 22 runs, did our friend JJ against the Netherlands. He's been playing in the NPL as well for Lumbini. Not that means much to me.
What's the NPL?
Well, it's either the National Physical Laboratory just up the road from me in Bushy Park, where they invented, where Barnes Wallace tested the bouncing bomb. Full Yorker dug out by Dubé, but it's actually the Nepal Premier League as well, where Barnes Wallace didn't test the bouncing bomb. Although it might have been interesting, because I would imagine chuck down a mountain in Kathmandu could very well have bounced quite a long way. 192 for 4. We are 2 balls into the 17th over, and JJ Smith's really taken over where Trumpleman left off, which is bowling kind of full and a lot of it just outside of off stump. There's another one. Swing of the bat from Hardick, but one bounce to I can't quite see who that is, but at deep extra cover, and it's still just a single.
Done a really good job pegging India back.
Haven't they just?
I think they were 100 about 7 over mark, so they've gone less than 100 in the last 10.
Yep.
Really impressive.
If you're going to offer batsmen of this quality plenty of width, you really have to nail just how full you make it.
Yeah, and
there he is. He's doing a similar thing to the left-handed Dubé, but Dubé dabs this. Dabby Dubé. Dubé dabs it down to third man and gets 4 despite the attentions of 2 converging fielders, and the score moves on to 197 for 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
And again, it was full, but He played that very sweetly indeed. Very deft.
And the fielder who was chasing the ball seemed like he was looking at the ball and he just couldn't figure out what he wanted to do with it.
No, he knew if he dived it was going to go over. If he tried, then he thought if I
just
try and
following
clip it back with my feet.
I've been there myself, mulling the dive and thinking I really don't fancy this.
Yeah. Certainly, it's the worst one is the forward dive when you suddenly think I might lose all my teeth. That one's full again. Driven by Shivam Dubé, but straight down to long on.
It's also that
Another
rare
single.
combination of physical pain and knowing that you're going to look like a twat while you do it.
Yeah. Well, a lot of I did one of those falling overs in my front drive the other day when it was really slippery and wet because of the rain.
Did you go forwards or backwards to you?
Well, it was all slow motion. It's like time stood still. But the only thing, I must have gone down quite heavily because part of the shopping I was carrying was about 20 yards away. And that one is slammed, but again, slammed down to long.
They're really not
off this time because it's a single for Hardik. And they're on the cusp of that 200.
The boundaries are being very kind to me, as are the socials. Extra Fluffo says there must be a trample mountain in Germany somewhere. Eric says Stompsburg. Tim Morton Davies is asking what is Substack. Extra Fluffo says a Peanuts character. Tim also points out the left-handed Indian batters seem to struggle with outside off full balls. They do tonight, indeed. And Greystoke is telling us that Namibia is fucking huge with one huge lake, 2% green, and now he knows what he's dealing with.
Well, indeed, there you go.
Tilak and Shivam
knows
Dubé
what he's doing.
But Tilak and Shivam Dubé have both been well below par today.
Yeah, I mean, I think India will be pretty disappointed with how their middle order's batted in general right in India after a really good start.
Well, it's going to be a change of bowling. It's going to be our friend, the 15th century humanist philosopher in Erasmus, who's going to be back into the attack. He's going to bowl his final over. He's going to replace Ruben Trumpelman. He's got Hardik, who's looking for his 50. And
is he going to go for 25?
Well, we're going to find out. Are we going to see some of that?
Have to just sit back.
Carl, it's a bizarre field with three men straight, so there's a long on, a long off, and someone in between.
Oh, Hardik just says, thank you very much. Have some of those apples. That is absolutely launched over mid-wicket, and he gets to his 50 in the grand manner by going past it by 2. It's gone all the way, and you're going to have to do some jingle work there, Nick.
Let's talk about 6. Let's talk about 6. Let's talk about 6. Let's talk about 6.
Premeditated an Indo, or just playing the ball as it came?
Well, I think he's playing the ball as it came, but he knows that
full toss. That one might be caught. It is, I think. Yeah, well, it was a full toss. Hardik pulled it away. It was down to the
very good catch.
Backward square, and some catch that. In fact, Paul Rifle is wandering in his black hat and pink jacket, and he's already making the sign of the TV.
The crowd says you're out.
Sorry, I was early on that one, T.
Well, I was about to say, you've already given it.
I've gone from late to early. I can't get the timing right, but I'm convinced that was clean.
I think it was clean.
Yeah,
Leslie
it was clean,
Rifer of the Rifer clan is the third umpire. Surely that was cleanly taken.
I think it was well away from the...
It was. So it was a fine catch, running and knowing you were that close to the sponge. It's Laker, the substitute fielder, who took it. But Erasmus has got, albeit somewhat belatedly, the danger man Hardik. That will just slow them down a bit, although they're already past 200, of course, with, in theory, 10 balls to go. It's going to be Rinku Singh, the new man, if we want to jingle him up.
Here he is.
Facing Erasmus.
Rinku Singh's a really good friend. Goes down to the shops when I forget to get some milk or the snacks for the road trip home.
I didn't think I'd ever say this in my cricket watching career, but India's got way too many left-handers.
It is strange, isn't it? And it's famine to feast in terms of lefties.
Years, I think my first 30 years of watching Indian cricket, there was one or two.
Was sort of Ganguly the first really?
There was Surinder Ramanath who was there earlier, and then there was Ganguly and
there's the round armour. It was short and wide, and they're in a complete mess. Oh, you can find one of the comedy run-out jingles there, I think, because I'm not quite sure who called who. I think Rinku thought there's a single here. Dubé thought there wasn't, and they ended up both in the middle having a debate about it. The net result of which means, for India, the worst of possible results.
Silly little boy! What on earth were you playing at?
Shivam Dubé was under Rinku Singh's nose. You couldn't really miss that run out in India.
No, and I'm glad Dubé's out though. I'd much rather have Rinku Singh there in the last 2 overs.
Shivam Dubé's the set batsman though, which must count for something.
Yeah, but as a finisher, Rinku's probably the best India has.
Well, he has been run out, has Shivam Dubé, so he has to.
And Dubé wasn't batting well either, so.
And so we got Axar Patel coming to the crease. Let's jingle him up. If I can find him, here he is, hiding in plain sight. And so we got
2 wickets in 2.
Yeah, team hat trick, do we call it?
There's that. Oh my word! What on earth was that delivery? It was the round arm ball, wide of the off stump, and Rinku he's chuckling away to himself. He does look a bit like Rishabh Pant to me. Is that just me? Or
with his helmet on, yeah, I think he does.
That's thrown up a bit fuller. Hauled down to long on. A single taken by Rinku Singh to bring Axar.
We're not going to get to 235, that's for sure.
No. What is that score predictor saying now? It's forecasting 223. Surely, 206 for 6. Yeah, 223 is not unreasonable. There's the round armour again. Oh my goodness me. Would you believe it? Erasmus does have a 4. He's got 4 for 20. Axar Patel, it was a slow round armour, and Axar Patel was so far through with the shot. He was thinking, I know where this is going. This is going over deep mid-wicket, probably about the back row of the stand. Except...
Bizarre scenes.
Except...
Yeah, I was just going to call Erasmus for chucking when I saw the middle stump going.
And it's one of these for Axar.
Then he waddled away, waddle.
Would you believe it? Well, he does. He waddles away not only the ignominy of being out to one of the worst, the oddest balls you'll ever see in international cricket. It was his first one he faced as well. So
this is what I used to bowl in school when, wanted to surprise people by bowling absolute rubbish.
Well, it surprised him. To give Erasmus just a degree of credit, as bizarre as it is, even though he knows it wasn't a great ball.
Right, it's fantastic performance.
Who was it was out? I've forgotten. But he clearly thought the ball was going to be at him about 10 minutes before it actually arrived.
He was expecting his own speed. I think he was expecting his own speed.
Oh, and we've got Varun Chakravarti arriving at the crease.
Varun Chakravarti.
Varun Chakravarti. Varun Chakravarti. Varun Chakravarti.
34-year-old now, no spring chicken. And he's facing the left arm pace of JJ Schmidt. Steers it out to cover, no run. So if you're starting what I think is the final over, the first ball being a dot ball, they've at least staunched the bleeding, although you do strongly suspect Erasmus was so embarrassed about that wicket he can't believe he took it. He's literally hiding his face in his cap because it was embarrassing. But he has got 4 for 20 and they do not draw pictures in the scorebook.
I've really enjoyed watching it, T. I know it's weird as fuck, but...
Full toss, turned away to backward square, and it'll be a single for Rinku, 206 for 7.
I can't believe India's been this bad in the last few overs. It's just, I mean, they bowled well. But
Losing
you
Hardick
would imagine.
losing Hardick was quite possibly the start of
Yeah,
the
but,
slow. Of
yeah,
the
but
go
that's
slow.
not. I'm not sure that's an excuse because these.
Well,
these
he's launched
guys,
this though. Has Rinku got enough? Rinku Dinku, no, he hasn't. Because the busy Erasmus, having taken 4 wickets, one of which was with the greatest piece of filth you'll ever witness, has simply stood there and pouched a pretty straightforward catch. So Rinku's gone for 1, and to the chagrin of cricket writer, this sort of rather fading away of India's innings continues. Busy boy, Erasmus.
The crowd says, the crowd says, the crowd says you're out.
And we are on course for a 20th over maiden. I don't think I've seen too many of those.
Well, not only a maiden, a wicket maiden.
Looking at how India's batted in the last 2 matches, I mean, I would venture a prediction that there's not a chance in hell that India's going to win this World Cup.
Yeah. Well,
it's been pathetic.
Hold fire.
The batting in the last two.
They are over 200
matches.
Let's put this in.
Yeah, but I mean, you're playing Namibia. Come on, seriously.
Do you think the pitches are sort of upset, disturbing them a bit, and India that they're a bit tackier than they used to?
Right. Well, anyway, here comes JJ Schmidt. Are they going to take? Oh, it's not going to be a maiden. It's just beaten the dive. And Arshdeep Singh has got himself off the mark with a single.
And I haven't even jingled
the dive
him yet.
of JJ Schmidt.
Here he is.
Here he is.
And then this guy called Arshdeep Singh. The obvious jokes will be entertained here.
So, 5th, 6th, 7th, and 8th wickets have fallen for 1. Basically, if I'm reading that right, we're having a look at them. We're watching that like a catch, and it was. Yeah, he caught it, he threw it up, he put 1 back foot over the boundary rope, but they carefully put the ball in the air. Yeah, so they've lost 4 for 1. Have India? That is pretty shabby.
It would be so much fun.
Left arm Smith, that's a bit better because it's been drilled. But there he is again. You just can't keep Erasmus out of the game.
He's everywhere.
Not only is he considering humanist philosophy, he's taking 4 wickets and diving left, right and centre to save his team runs. Extraordinary stuff. 208 for 8.
The other 10 are just making up the numbers.
I would have liked to see him bowl it in from long off.
Well, should be the last ball. In comes our friend JJ Smith. They're going to get a run for it because it's turned into the onside. Surely they might as well come back for 2. They are. Is he going to go? I think he is. I think they've got a wicket off the last ball.
They have indeed.
Yep.
I would have thought they might want to have a second look at that, but he looked to me and Indo.
I think he's out.
Short.
He was out.
Given out by Paul Rifle.
And I'm calling it on the jingle tee.
I think you're right. I don't think they've even reviewed it. Have a look. This will tell us.
Ooh.
On your bike, mate.
He didn't even put in the dive.
No.
Oh, come on. He's got better things to do.
Protect that body for bowling.
He's got to come back. Yeah, exactly.
That may actually be quite right, but I'm pretty sure Zane Green, wasn't it, who eventually tipped off the... is it Zane Green? Have I got his name right?
I believe so. Bear called him Zara Green earlier, but I think that was...
Not Sarah Green. She was a presenter of Blue Peter when it was good. Or when I was younger, maybe that's more the case. Round of applause for Gary Kirsten. Well, India, it's still, let's put this into context, a pretty decent score, 209. What was the IPL average here? Was 203 in about 7 games, I think, last year. So they're thereabouts for that with their 209.
Having said all this, apparently it's still India's highest World Cup total of all time.
Well, yes. You would be fair enough to point that out.
Not of all time.
You'd also So they lost their last. Let's look at the fall of wickets for a second. They lost their. Oh no, they lost their last. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4. They lost 4 for 4. No, 5 for 4. Because they lost the 5th 6 on 205, 7th on 206, and then the 9th wicket down on 8th and 9th on 200, the 8th on 206 and the 9th on 209. So it was a dodgy subsidence for sure, but they still finished on 209 for 9. Ishan Kishan got them absolutely racing away with 61 off 24. They were motoring at the power play, 86 for 1, 28 off the last over before the power play smashed by Ishan Kishan off JJ Smith. After that, a couple of bits and pieces from Sanju Samson and Tilak Verma, 52 from Hardik, 23 from Rinku Singh, and a collapse. Pick of the bowlers, well, it can only be the philosophical
Erasmus
has to be 4 for 20 for him. He's never not been in the game really. 1 for 41 for Bernie Schultz, 1 for 41 for Benji Congo, and wicketless, although reasonably economically, but one very good over did the Trumpler. None for 18 for Max Heingo. It'll be some performance though, Anindo, from Namibia if they're going to get close to this, won't it?
Oh yeah. Realistically speaking, I'd be very surprised if they get anywhere close to it. But I mean, just as practice, India should have made much more than this. They found it very, very difficult to get them away, and full credit to Namibia for some unusual but great bowling.
Well, 209 for 9. Any final messages before we take a little break? And I'm sure the Bear will pop something on.
Bear is ready to pop something on. There's not much going on the socials. A conversation about tipping, some sort of Ashes divide over the British and Australian attitudes towards tipping. I think I'll leave that in the chat. So we're ready for Bear, a bit of Bishop and Bear.
Well,
whenever.
I've got some hot news for you.
Give it us, T.
Well, it is this, that Delhi is the second most bird-rich capital in the world after Nairobi. And as I'm looking out my window, I can see a beautiful woodpecker who is nibbling away at the birdseed in my garden. So there we go. With that, time for a break.
Okay.
We will be back shortly.
And they bang on about that forever.
If they didn't say this is what matters.
A phrase uttered more by people who have lost than those that have won.
You know, they can say that, and the press. I mean, this is what annoys me more than anything is the amount of endless shit that comes to the man going into the biggest series they played for God knows how. Well, since India in the summer, but you know.
So, Bear, I'm going to ask you the same question as I asked Annie. You know,
how do I feel?
Metrosexual man that I am, and
with my beard, I'm not sure I'm that metrosexual.
How do you
but, you know.
feel? How do you feel?
How do I feel?
The Ashes.
You know, at the time I get annoyed, but sport comes around so quickly. There's so much sport now. I mean, at the end of the day, there is something that McCullum says that is true. It is only sport. It doesn't end the world.
It is only sport, but the Ashes they've been preparing for this.
I know, and they bang on about that forever.
If they didn't say this is what matters.
A phrase uttered more by people who have lost than those that have won.
You know, they can say that, and the press. I mean, this is what annoys me more than anything is the amount of endless shit that comes out of the press for the last 8 weeks about the Ashes, because there's so many people on the fucking press gravy train. They've got to find something to talk about, and they fucking go into every little minutiae of every little fucking detail. And it's like, at the end of the day, it's sport. You have good days and your bad days, and we were underprepared and had a bunch of shit bad days. Won a test match. Was the first time we've done that since 2010-11. They bang on about that forever.
If they didn't say this is what matters.
A phrase uttered more by people who have lost than those that have won.
You know, they can say that, and the press. I mean, this is what annoys me more than anything is the amount of endless shit that comes out of the press for the last 8 weeks about the Ashes, because there's so many people on the fucking press gravy train. They've got to find something to talk about, and they fucking go into every little minutiae of every little fucking detail. And it's like, at the end of the day, it's sport. You have good days and your bad days. And we were underprepared and had a bunch of shit bad days. Won a test match. Was the first time we've done that since 2010-11. On an absolute minefield at the MCG. I quite enjoyed it in a way. I'm upset that we lost. Do I think we were that bad a team? No. Do I think Australia were that good? Not really. But that's sport sometimes, and it's as much about spectacle. And it would have been nicer if more of the tests had gone longer. But sport is a spectacle, and it's entertainment. Was I entertained? Yes, I was quite entertained, actually, even though I had to stay up all night. God knows how many nights in a row.
Hang on,
we were the ones entertaining you, Bear.
Where did I put my tiny violin?
Well, I was entertaining myself most of the time. I was sitting there talking shit. That's kind of how I kind of got over it. I mean, I've been doing this for 16 years now. No, since 2009. Been doing bollocksy.
Far too long, Bear.
Far too long. Exactly. Longer than some of the people at the BBC. Yeah. I've seen an awful lot of cricket in those years.
You see, I didn't feel entertained. I thought it wasn't competitive enough, and that's the real bugger. And also, I wouldn't mind if they didn't spend all the bloody time concentrating on getting players for the Ashes and bugger any other Test series.
Well,
anyway.
Yeah, but again, do you not think that to a certain degree that's kind of... I don't know if that's what happens on the inside of the actual Test side,
and think it is what
I'm not sure it does. I think that's as much about the press.
If they're playing the Kookaburra ball in county games,
yeah, that's true. They ditched that now, haven't they?
Yeah, I know they have now, but that's because the Ashes isn't happening for another 4 years.
On softer surfaces, it goes sloppy and.
But that was also interesting, wasn't it? I mean, we all kind of went, we need a barrage of fast bowlers, blah, blah, blah. And actually the wickets did have a little bit of nibble and things like that. And actually some more normal...
We need some spin bowlers. We need some spin.
Well, that's a big problem for England, and it has been for years. I mean, we were saying during a test, Ian Swan, what's his name? Swanee was the last...
Graham,
that's it. Swanee was the last genuine English spin bowler that we've had, apart from Leach. But Leach, as I've often said, has been unlucky just because mainly he gets weird injuries at weird times, and unfortunately his Crohn's disease has cost him some time on the side. And I just think they thought we'd love him to be fit and healthy and our main spinner, but we're not sure he's reliable enough.
Unlike
Shoaib Bashir. Yeah, I don't think it's anything to do with. I don't think it's anything to do with Leach, and I think they would have quite liked Leach, but. Them's a roll sometimes.
Those spinning fingers were brilliant at carrying the drinks tray. Did you notice how steady you were? Not a hint of Mrs. Overall. He wasn't like tottering in with the drinks going all over the place. Messers, I haven't asked you. How do you feel after that Ashes?
Well, I should start by saying that I have kept my mouth shut pretty well. I received some advice the other day that you may discover the less you say, the more people listen to you. So I'm trying to say less, but it's really hard. So I was trying to think of an analogy for how I feel. Yes, I'm disappointed it wasn't more competitive. Yes, of course I wanted Australia to win, but it feels a hollow victory. Feels like I was having a chess match with somebody. We were both wearing masks, so we couldn't see who we were playing. And I won comfortably, and then discovered actually I was playing my 10-year-old son.
I was going to say with this sort of fetish chess, but no, obviously not.
So it's a hollow victory. I've got to say, there's one quote. There's been a lot of things said by a lot of people over the year, from coaches in particular. And most of them I don't believe because they're just talking shit to keep themselves in place. But one thing that McCullum said when he was asked what it was like being a coach, and this was during the tour, he says, it's a pretty good gig, it's good fun. You get paid to travel the world with the lads and try to play some exciting cricket and achieve some things. And I thought, that's about fucking it, isn't it? It's a fucking holiday for you guys. You're playing some cricket while you're on tour. You're not going to play cricket and other things are peripheral, because that's the vibe that comes across. You know, they weren't even very good at drinking. If they were going to do drinking, they want to get in training for it. But they didn't train for anything. They just winged it the whole fucking way through. And lo and behold, they didn't have a fielding coach. And do you know what would have possibly won them the Ashes by itself? Is actually catching those catches.
Yeah, I mean
that made a massive difference.
17 was the count.
Yeah.
One of which was Harry Brook, as I recall. At least one of which was Harry Brook.
Two of which were Harry Brook.
One of which I think was more costly than the other, though. If I'm
well, I mean, if you want to go costly catches, there was Travis Head. Was it? It wasn't Perth, was it? It was Brisbane, probably on 4.
Yeah.
Well, Cricket Info's done a thing. It says Australia dropped 11 catches and it cost them 298 runs.
Yeah.
England dropped 17 catches and it cost them 547 runs.
There you go.
There you go.
Khawaja was dropped on. He probably wouldn't have played the rest of the series if they caught him in the first.
The most egregious drop was by James.
Well, we are back. My compadres are not. I am waiting for Anindo and I am waiting for Messi. All right, Anindo, how are you, mate? Been a while. Can you hear me?
Hello, hello, hello.
Hello, hello, hello. Anindo seems to be a little bit freezy, but you're all right, Messi. Can you? All right, he's sticking his finger up. He's trying to sort something out. He's
okay,
recharge those earbuds or something. There you go. Yep. Earbuds run out of juice.
Yep.
Aha. Right.
Yeah. No, not really. It was just streaming to my phone instead. So.
Fair enough. Right. So Namibia have to chase down 210. It looked like it would be more than that at certain points in the previous innings, but it wasn't. Hardick is going to go out in the innings. I will give you some jingles shortly. The first over is the first ball. Sorry, it's faced by Steenkamp. Let's get some jingles up then. This man is opening the bowling.
And in breaking news, Hardik Pandya.
And the batsman this guy's facing the next ball.
If you want a vision of the future, imagine Jan Freilich taking wickets forever.
And he bowled quite well.
Little girls loading steam camp home. I got the selectors on the phone. Yeah, they want him to play. Namibia wants him today.
No, he didn't bowl actually. I'm thinking of Trumpelman, obviously. Right, Hardick is going to come in to bowl to Freilich. Second ball of the innings. Comes into him, shaves into him, and there is no run. Plays on the leg side. Obviously, India are going to win this by, I think Namibia will be all out for 140 or won't get over 140.
Yeah, I tend to agree with you, but you know, I don't think I've ever said this after a team scored 209, but that was a very disappointing batting performance.
In the end, it was. I mean, it was held together. Basically, Ish and Kishan got loads off, not many. Hardick did the same. A little bit of something from what's his name, number 3, through to the keeper, left alone, no run. Tilak Varma got 20 odd, and that was it, really.
But Tilak Varma and Shivam Dubey just didn't look like you know, they were connecting the bat and ball well. Neither did Sky. Well, Sky's given one bad day because he's had several good days now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just even if the wicket's a bit tacky or whatever, and I think these are pretty decent batting conditions. It's just that I think they're finding it for some reason. They've lost the flow that they had against New Zealand.
Well, maybe. I mean, that's driven out to cover and it's fielded well and there's no run. Maybe because they haven't seen the bowlers. I mean, they get so much analysis and face all these other guys so often.
That's possible.
You know, you kind of feel they know what they're going to do and they look for tells in how they're going to bowl the ball and stuff. Whereas they see these guys once every 2 or 3 years in a competition
That's
like
fair.
this. And,
that is fair.
you know.
And people who come in and bowl from the boundary line.
Yeah, that was quite funny. Now, what I don't get, and maybe someone can answer this, because after this ball, Hardick is in again, bowls short, an attempted pull by Freiling. There's an appeal by Ishinkishin behind the stumps. I think I might have brushed the helmet, not the bat. I wouldn't review it.
Yeah, for some reason Ishinkishin Sky's playing with them.
He is a little bit. Yeah, I mean, he got dead balled after he bowled one from behind the stumps, and then the ball that got someone out was bowled from behind the stumps.
it
Not
was
only
almost
that,
exactly the same spot.
Not only that, but right at the end, that last over he bowled where he took those wickets, he was consistently bowling from behind the stumps.
See, I didn't think there was anything wrong with Bowl. I mean, I have to say, I've seen that been done several times before.
But didn't Messi didn't you say that that's a law?
Well, no, I didn't think it was a law. That's driven up to mid-off and there's no run. I don't understand why Rod Tucker gave one as a dead ball, but then didn't care about all the others.
Yeah, what the law says is the bowler's back foot must land within and not touching the return crease. Now, within, maybe the line of the return crease, or it may actually be where the return crease is painted on. I don't know. But, they did look identical, the ones he did it and the ones he didn't. Maybe he wasn't ready for the first one. Maybe that's why. If the umpire's not conscious.
Well, he bowled it in front of him. He was in front of him when he delivered the ball. It shouldn't really matter.
Yeah, but I think if the umpire's half asleep when the ball's bowled, he's probably within his rights to say, okay, I'm going to call that a dead ball because I didn't actually see anything.
Yeah,
and if there's a part of the delivery that he didn't see, then maybe he can do that. I don't know.
Neither do I. I don't think anyone does. I looked on Crick Info to see if they had any more information, but they just said he dead balled it and then didn't say anything. And then when he got him out, he said, yeah, he's bowled another one from behind the crease and this time he gets the wicket. So they didn't know any better right than us either. Mistimed up to mid-on as this man starts the next over.
And then this guy called Arshdeep Singh. The obvious jokes will be entertained here.
They're going to find it very difficult to get runs. I really think.
Yes, exactly that. They'll hit a couple of sixes here and there off a loose ball, blah blah blah. But generally, you're right. It'll be.
I can't see them getting many against Varun Chakravarti, for example.
No, and I can't see them. I can see Jasprit taking 2 or 3 quick wickets as well.
Oh yeah, he's playing as well.
Yeah, exactly. I thought he'd be opening the bowling, but for some reason he's not. Arshdeep bowls the next ball. It's driven up to mid-on, and there is no run.
I think because he's been injured, so they're just easing him in, which is why they didn't ask him to bat either.
Yeah, but that's understandable. He is a genuine number 11. Even in T20 cricket, he's a number 11.
But there are a lot. The last 3 are number 11s, to be fair.
Yeah.
Well, Winviz has got India at 89%, which, if anything, I think is under.
Yes, I'd have put 95. At least. I just don't think Namibia have got anything like enough to get to 200 in a T20 against this sort of bowling attack. But, we wait to see. Arshdeep in again. Slashed at, and slashed well. It was a bit wide. Gave himself room, freed his arms, smashed it through point to the boundary. It's 4 runs.
And if you kids can't listen, then you bound to see the way you get shot for crossing a boundary,
And the problem with associate nations is they go such short fucking places on the overs and unders on wickets. It's like 15, 13, 14 runs. It's very irritating. There's not much room. Arshdeep in. Freiling plays that out through point. There's a man out there now, and it'll just be the single. Rinku Singh is out in the deep. He ran out. What's his name? That was terrible.
Shivam Dubey?
Yes. I suppose it was his call because he hit the shot, but still. Dubey would set off like a hare. And he did seem to take a couple of strides down, then change his mind. Which is also kind of fair enough, I suppose. Right, Freilich facing up to Arshdeep. 2 balls to go in his first over. That's full. It's been hit. Ooh, bounces just before he gets to Rinku Singh. Is out deep square leg, and he'll get 1 run. Had to stretch a little bit to get it out there, and could have quite easily just dumped it into his hands, but he didn't.
So the funny thing, Messi, because I think you were mentioning it then, Rinku Singh with Tony was mentioning it. Rinku Singh with a helmet looks like Rishabh Pant, and Rinku Singh without a helmet, I think, looks like Rashid Khan.
A little bit, yes, yes, I can see that.
Yeah.
Well, he's quite
I think
short
it's
as
a
well.
stature.
It's the stat. Yeah, definitely. I can see that very much. Anyway, Arshdeep's going to come around the wicket, I think, for the last delivery. He's bowling to Steenkamp. He's right-handed. He bowls it into his body. Everyone's out on the edge of the circle. No one can be asked to field it. They easily get through for a single. Now over goes for 8 runs, 10 for none. Off of 2.
Raceg asks a trick question. He says, during the month before hibernating, how many penguins do polar bears eat on average per day? Well, the answer's got to be 0, because polar bears live at the North Pole and penguins at the South Pole.
Absolutely. Penguins, they eat seals, don't they?
And never the twain shall meet.
Exactly.
Yeah. Lucky Six says the only sports at my school were rugby, polo, and snobbery. Well, snobbery is the main one, I assume.
Polo? What school did you go to? Polo? Or did you have horse ponies or something? I mean, school ponies.
He may be taking the mick.
He may be.
Polar bears just eat fox mints, says Tim Williams.
Well, no, they sit on fox mints, I seem to remember. Which are quite good, I seem to remember, fox mints. Hard-boiled sweets. Anyway, Hardik is going to continue. Edged! Ooh! And there is that? Yeah, Jasper is at short, well, an extended second slip, really, on the edge of the circle. It goes to him on a bounce, and there is they scoot through for a single. I still think they should have opened with Jasper, shouldn't they? There's an intent. And there's no point in having him out there if he isn't going to bowl. Unless they're going to bowl him exclusively in the middle overs.
Yeah, maybe they'll do that.
But you surely just want spinners on in the middle overs, don't you? I mean, spin is the way to
But
go.
they've got, what, two spinners, right? So it's only 8 overs.
I've only got 2. You haven't got a third one who can do anything? That's driven up the ground, fit for 4 more runs. My under for the first wicket is going to go down the tubes by the looks of things.
1, 2, 3,
Good shot by Steenkamp.
Yep. So there's only Aksa Patel and Varun Chakravarti.
Oh, okay. No part-timers?
I don't see any of these guys bowling spin part-timers. So.
That seems quite
Abhishek
odd.
Sharma does, but he's not there in the team.
Nah. I think in these conditions you want the option of at least 3 spinners, don't you? I mean, they do seem to be harder to hit. Ooh, flashed out outside the off stump this time by Freilich. Goes through Ishan Kishan, and there is no run. It was a blitz at the beginning of the. I mean, they got they were on virtually 100 after 6 overs or something.
Yeah, 86, I think. Ishan Kishan was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, I just loved watching him there.
I thought. Well, I mean, he was. I mean, he did review it, and it did show that he got the end of the bat. But on the replay, it looked like he completely missed the bat. He looked plumb, but he did review straight away. He obviously knew he'd hit it. I guess the technology don't lie, unless you're in Australia. Short, and that is smashed.
Wow.
Hardik has been lamped over cow corner by Freilich. Could step down the track and just lashed it. Great shot into the crowd. 6 runs.
But the technology lies in South Africa as well.
Do they use Snicko as well?
No, but the broadcasters, I think, play around with it.
Oh. Is that because you had some dodgy decisions out there?
We've had many.
Yeah, we had some very dodgy ones in Australia, it has to be said.
Yeah. But that was, I mean, the Sneeko, right? It was.
Yeah, well, exactly.
It was just terrible.
Tries to guide it down a third man. Gets an under edge that just dribbles past his stumps. Steenkamp called him through for the single anyway. A wry smile on his face. That was a great shot into the crowd. I guess if someone gets their eyes in, I think it's very hard in a T20 to just keep going and going.
And this is a very small ground anyway. I mean, they're hitting big sixes, but it's a pretty small ground.
Well, yeah, I mean, some of Vishen Kishan's just dropped over. It's more like an IPL game. It's kind of just dropped over the boundary and they're at 62 metres, and you think that is pretty short. Hardik in, last ball of the over. Turned around the corner down to long leg. He'll keep the strike or Steenkamp, and it's a single. And they've lost the picture from the ground. So over to you, Messi. Anyway, it's the end of the over.
Mike Rochburns, like hell, says, I cannot believe you guys are covering the India-Namibia game. Who even gives a shit about this game? Well, you'd be surprised. There's about 1.4 billion people in India who do. And we are committed to covering the World Cup to the extent of at least one game every day there's one on.
And this one happened to be the 1:30 in the afternoon, which meant it was easiest for everybody.
There you go.
And, probably two teams.
The cricket is...
You have to cover an India game.
Yes, that's exactly right. And the cricket is
158 million people watching right now, by the way.
Absolutely.
Wow. The cricket is a vehicle for us getting together and talking, isn't it?
Absolutely.
I mean, we've got 96 people watching on YouTube, a whole lot more listening. So it's a bit of fun.
Indeed. Well, Arshdeep is going to continue. He's over the wicket to Steenkamp, who smashes that square. Rinku Singh is out on the boundary. It'll be just the one. Not a bad start though, 24, 3.1. Not out with a rate, but...
So there was an interesting stat I saw yesterday, I think. The Super Bowl final was watched by 175 million people, and the India-USA T20 World Cup match was watched by 245 million people.
I know.
Wow. I mean, that's amazing.
Exactly that. I mean, they're like, oh, it's one of the best watched games of this, that, and the other. It's like, fuck off. There'll be over 1 billion people watching on Sunday or whenever it is. That one's short and given a bit wide.
This is true. Between India and Pakistan, for sure.
Yeah, exactly.
God knows what it costs to put an ad on in India for a minute or half a minute, whatever.
And I'm sure it's not as much as $8 million or something for a 30-second slot or minute slot in the Super Bowl. I mean, presumably most of that 150 million is in the States, and you've probably got 15, 20 million outside the States watching it. That's a filthy delivery. Nearly got an out, nearly caught at mid-off. He toe-ended it back over the bowler's head. Pretty poor cricket all round. Then it was misfielded by mid-off. He probably could have got across and stopped it, but dived at it, missed it, and it went past him.
A wicket-keeper who's not used to fielding at long on.
Yeah, exactly. That's 4 runs.
There's not one boy for me, I must have 2 or 3, I need 4.
Well, I mean, Arshdeep, if he's upset about that, it was a filthy delivery. If he hadn't toe-ended it, it would have been a wide.
Yeah.
Is what's Bumrah's injury at the moment? Is it still his back? That's nicely hit, though, by Freilich.
It's always his back.
It's always his back. Yeah, that's smashed square on the leg side out deep mid-wicket. Dropped a bit short.
Yeah, Arshdeep's not been bowling well today.
It's generally been the case that the faster bowlers in this tournament have gone the furthest. I mean, Joffrey.
He's bowling too short. It's just
it's not. Yeah. I just think batsmen prefer pace on the ball, don't they? You know.
This is true.
I mean,
it helps with the swing of the bat. Right?
Yeah. I mean, Joffrey's gone for shitloads in 2 games so far. I mean, I'm sure he'll have good days. That one has been hit. It's going to be out. I thought he got hold of it, but Friday didn't get enough of that. And and he has been caught at deep mid-wicket and the first wicket falls. We have to say goodbye to Freiling.
The crowd says, the crowd says, the crowd says you're out.
That's a shame. He was looking quite good, but he must have toe-ended that because he didn't really get. It looked for a minute like he was going to go back into the stands again, but.
Every time I see the cricketers wearing these glasses, where Hardik Pandya is wearing one, those fancy goggles, whatever they are, looks like pilots' goggles. I remember Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, the NBA great from very long ago. He was the first one who started wearing glasses in basketball. And not because he couldn't see, but because he was 7 feet 2 inches tall. And anybody who went up to tackle him never got to the ball. They always targeted his eyes.
Yeah.
So he wore that to protect his eyes from fingers of shorter players.
Yeah, I mean, Hardik just wants to be a film star, doesn't he? I mean,
of course.
Yeah.
He is a whatever star. He thinks about it.
He batted well today, to be fair.
He did.
I mean, if he gets in, he hits the ball so cleanly. Arshdeep in, Lofty Eaton is the new man. Double-barreled surname, went to private school, must have done. He has a jingle that goes like this.
Damn, it's Nickel Lofty Eaton.
Okay.
Well, to be fair, with maturity, Hardik stopped behaving as much like an asshole as he used to. So,
well, he's getting older. He's 32. We realised earlier. Now he's maturing, one would say. Arshdeep comes in. Last ball of his second over is hit square by Lofty Eaton. He gets himself off the mark and on to strike at the other end. A 34 for 1 after 4. Over to you, Messi.
I've been sprung. Lockie Six says Messi only does this because he's paid £2 million a week. Dear God, yes. And I'm constantly splurging it. I spend the rest of my time counting my money, Lockie. You know that. Varane claims that Manchester City versus Liverpool had 750 to 800 million views. I find that very hard to believe.
Yeah, no, we were talking about this the other day with the missus. Exactly that, precisely because someone had put it up on some Instagram video that she was watching.
Probably have been 300 million from India.
Yeah, well, this is my point. True. I mean, you speak to the Indian boys here. I mean, Premier League's massive in India. It's massive in Africa. That's cut nicely by Lofty. Get himself a single.
They've done the best marketing job of any league in the world.
Yeah, particularly with a sport that's so rubbish to watch.
Oh, shut up. It's fucking genius.
Yeah.
Liverpool won last night in sodden Sunderland. It was fucking hideous conditions. But it is. I mean, if you watch, this year, particularly the last couple of seasons, now that they've brought in financial fair play rules and the likes of, the Saudi boys who bought Newcastle bought at a wrong time because they couldn't just bung in a shitload of money and buy all the best players and the best manager in the world. They bought just as the fair play laws were coming in. That's shorter of a length. We've got a new bowler. Really? It's this guy. Yeah, does he bowl normally?
Yeah, he bowls these days. But.
Oh, okay.
You were chilling Dubé, treat the bullets roughly. He's got the skills you need, and he's quite buff, really. He's hitting sixes, not making duck eggs. So take this guy on if you feel like getting clubbed.
But he's in an all-rounder slot, so they get him to bowl the token couple of overs.
Oh, okay. But yeah, the Premier League is so much more competitive these days. Top teams get beaten, which never used to happen 3 or 4 or 5 years ago. Well, that's a horrible shot. Lofty Eaton went right across his stumps. It looked like he wanted to ramp it, but he went about 2 hours too early. Which
and then he lost his
Dubé to bowl it right across him, and then he sort of did a bit of French cricket, got it down to third man, short third man, who's on the edge of the circle, and they managed to just about get through for a single.
Oh dear, that was quite funny. Oh, we have a super chat from Greystoke who sent us $2 Aussie. He says it always seems this stadium stands mid collapse.
Yeah.
They're very weird.
They are.
It's a tumble down stadium, I call it.
Slow ball outside the off stump, not a wide. Steenkamp.
Yeah, it's one of the most bizarrely designed stadiums I've ever seen.
Brown in Brisbane says Messi needs to spend some of his millions on a second set of bed sheets.
Yes, that'd be
I got
true.
millions of sheets. It's just that only one set fits the Super King.
Well, you just need to buy another set, as I said yesterday. Always have two sets.
Yeah,
you can buy them on Amazon for about 30 quid. Unless you
not at that size, you can't. No.
Well, you can. Well, you can over here anyway. Driven at by Steenkamp. Doesn't connect all of it. Goes out over extra cover, but doesn't make it to the boundary. Well, they get back for 2. Would you a switch?
Blame the young lady who convinced Messi to buy a Super King.
Well, Super King's great, mate. Although, having said that, Super King when you're on your own is unnecessary.
Yeah, exactly.
But he wasn't on his own, I'm sure. That was the young lady.
I've got a double in this house. I've got a double bed, 2 king size beds, and a Super King.
And you're the only person living there.
No, I've got a friend who's living here at the moment. But apart from that,
I mean, we got a Super King when the missus was pregnant, because obviously that required more room, and then the kids always jumped into our bed, so that was why we got a Super King. But that's the only reason. That one is pulled out to deep mid wicket. It will be a single that ends my spell. 40 for 1 after 5. It's not the end of the world. Coming in now, Gary, Tony, and Ishan is going to come in.
Okay, well, I'm off. I'll catch you tomorrow. I think we're doing Netherlands and
Thank you,
Jez. Lucky Six Smith says Mrs. Bed sounds like an IPL team, which it rather does, doesn't it?
Well, not the end of the world, but I think that desert in Namibia has often been called the end of the world, or the most desolate place on earth. And given I'm currently sitting in a wet and grey Lewisham, it's quite a call for the Namibian desert to be the most desolate place in the world, but it probably is. So Namibia are 40 for 1, chasing pretty much a theoretical 210 to win, as this is outside off stump. It's full as a big slashing shot, and there are 3 men behind on the edge of the circle on the offside, and none of them can get to it. There's a ball looped over their heads. It's 4-4.
We were just discussing that, wasn't it? This is my first time with the jingles. I'm not sure how.
Right.
Do you want to switch?
Yeah, let's do a switch. Just cover us, Tony, while we switch.
I can do that while you're switching. Arshdeep Singh's going to be in bowling to Steenkamp, the right-hander. He's crossed bat, slashed this, but he's got it over mid-on, and he's also gone for 4. There will be no jingles because Gary and Ishan, I think, are probably falling over each other into
We're getting there. Arms. We are getting there, and there'll be more opportunities for 4s and 6s jingles.
There's your Ramones jingle for
1,
you.
2, 3, 4.
Are you back again?
I am back again.
Marvellous.
And it is Loren Steenkamp, who sounds like a kind of South African model to me, but it's actually this batter who is in. And here is Arshdeep. That's wide of off stump, but it's... Oh, that's a bit harsh. That
it seemed like it went inside the blue line.
Yeah, I mean, there's no argument presented by Arshdeep there, but that looked well inside the blue line to me. As we have a look at this prize SUV there, that's very environmentally friendly, don't you think?
I was told earlier that not only does the player of the tournament get the car, but apparently even if you hit the car with a ball, you get
a award. The car with the ball, it's usually the other way round, isn't it? Well, maybe you just have to pay for it. It's a long way away from MS Dhoni.
You get given a car if you hit it.
MS Dhoni riding round the boundary on his Honda when they won the World Cup in, I think, 2011. That's short outside off stump, and it's through to the keeper, and that's 1 for the over the shoulder. Umpires looking very grumpy in this match. There's been some argy-bargy about delivery strides and 1 or 2 things. Maybe it's just a bit of fatigue getting to them. We forget sometimes that the umpires have got to be there day after day as well as the players.
so much going on in a T20 match.
Yeah, I mean, it will calm down
Unorthodox
once we get to the
fields.
Super 8s. It won't be 3 a day
Probably.
then. At least I hope not. Tony, you're a rotorer, so you'll know. That's very wide of off stump, and it's slashed, but the man is very square there on the point boundary, and therefore it's just an easy single. And
I think this is a field set primarily for mishits. If someone mistimes a shot or edges it, you got 3 catches right behind the wicket, and then
right.
one
It's
on the square
and
boundary.
You can see why he's doing it, because he's bowling a wide line, so it will be easy to miss time or get a flayed edge, because you almost cannot get your head over the ball, or you'd have to be sort of jumping across to get your head over the ball. So you're always guessing as you, with free arms, aim to hit it into the offside. But it's Lofty Eaton who sounds like he should be a World War II bomber pilot, and this is short. It's hit into the leg side. I mean, Clark and Ponting would have been coming back for 3 there, but they couldn't get 2, and Namibia go to 51 for 1. It has the feel, don't you think, of one of these crawls to 160 for 7 at the end of 20 overs.
I think they've done really well to keep their wickets intact, except the one they've lost.
Yeah.
But there's nine wickets still on the board. They're setting themselves up for an acceleration at some point.
I
aren't
know,
they?
but have they got the players who can hit the ball that hard off these bowlers, you know?
Yep.
Steenkamp has 23 from 15, and Lofty
Spinners yet to come.
4 of 5. Tony is seeing the game before we are, which is always a little disconcerting, but that's a slashing uppercut, and that's what you get when, you know, if you're going to flash hard. It goes over third man for one of these.
With the super shatter, super shatter, super shatter, super shatter, super shatter, rocker, super shatter.
And that's not really a super shot in many forms of the game, except chasing 200
I think
plus in
that's
T20.
more credit to the bat than the batsman.
Yeah, I think so. Well, we've got drinks
Thick
now.
edges.
We really need a drinks jingle, and we should do some advertising during drinks. They come regularly, and if someone paid as a sponsor out there, I'm sure we could give them a little message, but that's for another day.
Walker's Crisps.
Yeah, Tony, you're very small there on the screen. Oh, you're getting bigger now, but have you got thoughts?
Bizarrely, I can see Messers, and I don't know why I can see Messers on my screen.
Messers is always with us. He's like the poor. He's always with us. So
I don't know what's going on, but I can tell you.
That's
Greystoke says can't question the sheer optimism of Messi's Super King bed, and I take his point on that. Farong says some interesting matches on the weekend. Saturday, Safa's Black Caps, Keps and the Poms. Not Bangladesh. Sunday, Namibia, USA will be broadcast match. No, after much deliberation. We've gone for the more low-key affair between India and Pakistan on Sunday. Mike Roch Burns says, does Tony have 2 shops? Why would I have 2 shops? I don't quite understand the reference, but perhaps you can explain it. Greystoke 66, always remember when Gilstick Chris made 200 in South Africa. Was aiming at a target for R1 million. Missed it twice by a Nats Nasty.
a million rand. That's sort of 25 quid. Isn't it, something?
Is it? Is it that?
I don't know. I have no idea of currency exchange rates, with the exception of the euro and the Swedish krona. They're the only places I'm likely to be visiting soon. Oh, the Danish krona. Yeah, Denmark has its own krona, which always comes as a bit of a surprise when you land there. But Tony, have you got any more?
Well, yeah, Extra Fluppo saying Tony 2 Shops East End Gangster. Where have I suddenly acquired this curious... buy shop. It's been explained for me. Buy shop.
Buy shop.
Buy, as in buy way, bisexual, buy pedal.
Yeah, you got out of that one.
Buy shop, 2 shops. Yeah, I've got it. I understand where you're coming from now. There used to be a supermarket called Bishop's years ago when I was a kid.
God,
yeah,
they're pretty good on supermarkets. I've worked in enough of them. But I don't recall that one. I don't recall that one. I used to work for Quick Save, which used to be up north.
Oh, he's finally into the attack now.
Yeah, here is... I was going to say the man of the moment, but he's not the man of the moment yet, and that may well be, as you say, holding back the heavy artillery until later in the tournament. But where is he? Oh dear. Well, he's in with a stutter and a straight arm and a hyperextended elbow, and that's way down the leg side. That wasn't very good. We seem to be missing him on the jingle machine, but you can give his name.
No, but one thing that's bothering me in this tournament is how I don't know who makes the graphics, but they've named the phases of play.
I know, it's just an imposed narrative that doesn't make any sense.
It's so crazy.
Well, is it Jasprit or Jasprit?
What do they mean?
Bumrah?
Jasprit.
Yeah. Bumrah. Yeah, what do they mean, indeed? Well, he started off with a wide. His run-up seems even more truncated than usual. He steps away there, does Lofty Eaton, the left armour. Bumrah followed him at about half pace, and it was mistimed to Shivam Doob at mid-on. And the whole game seems to be like all the players kind of waiting for the result to come along, and I've got to go through the motions to get there.
Yeah, as you said,
29 behind on the power play, but for the same number of wickets lost.
Yeah, well, quite. As I say, it's all right if you've got the West Indian middle to late order, but I suspect Namibia don't. This is very full, and it's half driven to backward point, and there is no run. Just Bumrah look about half pace to you?
I was just going to say his run-up doesn't look the same. It looks a bit slow. He just seems like he's trotting to the wicket and then just getting with the delivery.
He hasn't got the rhythm as yet.
And another thing about the fielding side, like about all the fielders, I've noticed they've got an extra layer on. Seems like it might be slightly colder out there right now.
Cold in Delhi, eh? Well, here's Bumrah again. Yeah, it's a very sort of deliberate approach to the wicket, but you know he's got that in his locker, as they say. That was a pretty fast bouncer that Steenkamp won't have seen in too many places other than a bowling machine, and it was past him before he had time to flinch. It's given us a no ball. It's given us a no ball and a free hit.
Probably overstepped.
Well, there's that lack of rhythm we were talking about in the run-up there. If anybody knows Iliman Njai's goal celebration for Everton, it's the same signal as a free hit by the umpire. He does the finger in the air. So here is Jasprit, who's in, and it's a Yorker that bowls him completely, but it's a free hit. So it's also a free hit of the stumps.
Everything we said about rhythm,
out
of the door, just right there.
Yeah, we're seeing the no ball now, and that's a very tight call. I can't see how you.
But then we said about the umpires; they're on edge. So
let's to say he was late on that shot, I think if he was getting the train from London Bridge to Ladywell, he'd have been on the later train there. So late was he getting the bat down. A bit of a messy over wide, one dot, no ball, one by. It's all happening as Jasprit is in again, and that almost looked like a deliberate edge there. He was pulled forward, and he just offered the bat to it. It took the edge and went through vacant first slip, and Jasprit does a philosophical face, but it nevertheless is one of these. And very rare for me to get the kind of right jingle, but it was a 4 to the floor because they were very soft hands, and so even had there been a first slip in, I don't think it would have carried.
Yeah, and full stretch Ishan Kishan. There was no way he was getting to it either.
Just 121 kmh, which is about 76 miles an hour from that delivery from Jasprit, who attempts the Yorker, but gets the full toss. And I don't want to say this about champion bowler, but to accrue to Namibia, but he looks a little bit villainous here, doesn't he, Jasprit?
Yeah, he does.
I don't think he's reached his full bowling base yet. Maximum of 143 this over.
Is this the first match he's played in the tournament?
It is, yeah.
Ah, well, we'll forgive him.
We had Siraj coming in the last match. He arrived at the venue at 2 a.m. and he was playing against USA at 7 p.m.
I don't think he'd be too bothered about that kind of thing, Siraj.
Yeah.
Give him a ball, show him a batter, and he's full on. As Bumrah, that's a much better ball. Knocks the Lofty Eaton onto his back foot, and there is a dot, and that is the end of the over. Tony.
Yes. Still discussions about the buy shops. Are they knocking shops? Somebody wants to know. Your pronunciation of Jasprit is bang on, apparently, according to Mike. So that's pretty good. Also, Shivam Dubey is pronounced Shivam Dubey.
Dubey.
Oh, need the
Dubey,
X,
yeah.
need to add the A at the end.
Yeah.
So
Or
imagine it like in Canada.
What have you been
if you're
saying?
Canadian.
Doob.
If you're Canadian.
Oh, yeah,
you'd be
just
going,
A at the end, yeah.
Shivam Dubey.
Yeah. Needs an acute accent on the E. I never understand
I
this.
want to see you pronounce.
Yeah. It's Varun Chakravarti.
Perfect.
Yeah, but the names that are transliterated from Hindi or different scripts, why don't they transliterate them into anglicized script? Sort of the way it's said. Why not put Dubey as Dubey? Anyway, here's Varun Chakravarti, and immediately he absolutely neck and crops Steenkamp with a googly. They're going to have no idea against this lad because he is good.
He's got really good disguise.
Yeah.
I've watched, so in the IPL you can watch the bowler bowling from the point of view of the wicketkeeper.
Yeah.
And I watched a few of his overs that way, and there's no way you can, unless, obviously you've played against him in the nets or something, there's no way you can pick him up.
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty good googly, and we can hear the roar from Delhi because
The crowd says, you're out.
So, supermodel Lauren Steenkamp is gone for 29.
And India's nemesis, Erasmus, is walking
Yes,
the middle.
Erasmus doesn't want to be out the game for too long. 67 for 2 now, Namibia. The target a theoretical 210. But let's enjoy Varun Chakravarti. There was a time when I was about your age when we thought that leg spinning had gone out of the game and that there were very few leg spinners, and we especially thought it had gone out of one-day cricket because they just didn't have the control required. But they're back, and they're now absolutely critical to any 11. Also critical to any 11 is the kind of feisty player that this man, as he defends the first ball from Chakravarti.
He's getting quite a lot of purchase off the pitch.
He is, and we've seen that I think in some other games where the second innings the ball turns more. Yeah, I mean it must be pleasing for Varun Chakravarti, but I think he was outclassing the batter.
Oh,
yeah, Tony's on it again.
Sorry.
And this is Googly, which was completely unread by Gerhard Erasmus, and got a bottom edge to it, and it went through past the keeper. He's got a little bit of Bruno Fernandes about his look, hasn't he, Varun Chakravarti?
Yeah.
I know it's the goatee beard, but
Yeah, it's
it's the
mostly
eyes
the
as
beard.
well. There's a bit of
Probably.
yeah, a bit of Bruno Fernandes about him. Got the one earring there, like a medieval pirate, and he's in again. And this is a bit fuller, and that's a better bet for you is to take the ball at the bounce. I think Erasmus. No timing though, just goes into the offside single. So 70 for 2 now. Productive record with a googly. You don't tell me.
Attacks the stumps. What else does a bowler do?
Who'd have thought?
Yeah.
Who'd have thought? There, but he is a lovely bowler to watch. I think he's played in England as well, has he?
Has he? No, I'm not sure about that.
Played. But yeah, if you can get one of these, England have one in Adil Rashid, Australia have one in Adam Zampa. These are absolutely invaluable players. That's a quicker ball there. In fact, I'm not really sure what ball was that. Not sure what ball that was. Didn't look like a leg break to the left.
Just a slider.
Yeah, slider. It was through to the keeper in a blinking of an eye, and the batter, needless to say, missed it. Oh, it was out the back of the hand. So it was. I think it was a googly, but he's got such control and such variation as Varun Chakravarti. Oh, well, if you can't hit it with your hands the right way, why not reverse them? And Jasprit there, old man's it down to that one.
He doesn't look 100% at all. That was a bad misfield.
It was a bad misfield at backward point, but because the batter had swapped hands, it looks like backward short leg. And we have your super chats and others.
we do 71 for 2, the score.
Yes.
Let me see. Extra Fluffo sadly has a minor toothache, which we're sorry to hear
Is
about.
there such a thing as a minor toothache?
Well, could be. Actually, he also says, when I tug my earlobe, the ache goes away. Well, keep tugging your earlobe then.
Ah, I've just been speaking to an acupuncturist who works in the very building that we're sitting in now, so she may have something to say about that kind of thing.
Ooh, that's handy to know. Well, she's surrounded by pricks.
Oh, very good.
Let me see. Fluffy has teeth, the posh git, says Lockie the Six.
Here is a new bowler, left arm flat and round the wicket to the left-handed Lofty Eaton, and they're through for a single, and let's jingle him up. I'd play Washington Sundar ahead of Akshar Patel any day of the week, but India know what resources they have, and they've gone with They
can both hit the ball as well, can't they?
They can both hit the ball. I think Washington Sundar's got more to his batting than Ashar. I think to be honest, he's got more to his bowling.
Yeah, pace variations.
Yeah. This is hit high and handsomely over cow corner. Is there a man there? Is there a man there? There is, but he's in the crowd. So, lovely shot there from Erasmus. Got down and under the ball. If you're going to hit it there, what you have to do is get low and under the ball, especially when Ashar is bowling with his quickness and his low arm.
He seems to have...
So he's in again, and this is defended to extra cover, no run.
Yeah, Erasmus seems to have done his homework about the Indian team absolutely spot on. He was bang on while bowling, and he's now made a good start to his batting innings as well.
That's a very perceptive point. He's hit this high and handsomely as well over cow corner, and it has gone. It's gone the distance. This man is winning the match on his own. Well, not
He's getting
quite.
some incredible height on it.
He is.
2, 4, 6.
Mog in reflective mood there, and the jingle. That was a good shot, wasn't it? Again, he's getting so low, which allows him to get his hands through the ball quickly and get the lift that's required to knock it out of the ground.
Strike rate's only 124, which is he's striking ahead of that at the moment.
Yeah, he is. He's playing his way into an IPL contract here.
Yeah, definitely. With this kind of performance,
yeah, he is. I don't know how old he is. Tony will have that information to hand. He's probably 27,
29.
28. Yeah, 29. So he's been
In his
around
prime.
a bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you want to kind of, what do they call it? Not all format, all skills or something. There's a word, back bowling and fielding. He looks like he's got plenty about him.
Swiss Army knife.
Swiss Army knife, yeah. Required rate's down to 11.12 now, which I didn't see coming. And
just shot.
Jazzprick gets the long barrier out to that paddle round the corner from Erasmus and prevents the boundary and indeed prevents the single. So a little bit of respite from Ashar, who's gone 1.6.6 dot, and is now looking to get out of the over, and he does with just a single to point. So Namibia go to 85 for 2 at the end of the 9th over. Erasmus has 16, and Lofty Eaton, whom we salute on the runway out to fly his mission, is also with him.
Lofty, well, it also sounds a bit like a musical comedian to me.
Yeah, there's a bit of that.
The joke would be he's not lofty at all. He'd probably be about 5'1".
Yeah, Donna Stell height, yes.
Yeah, yes. The surname Erasmus, says Greystoke, originates from the Greek personal name Erasmos, meaning beloved or desired. Well, there you go. Every day's a school day.
He deserves it.
Yeah, he'll certainly be desired
living
by
up to his ancient name.
teams. Yeah.
Eric J's ahead of you, lovely boy, Lofty.
Lovely boy, yeah.
Lovely boy.
I guarantee he's going to have at least a few Indians becoming his fans because he's also wearing number 7.
Yeah, as he gives himself plenty of room there, and he was followed by by Varun Chakravarti, but he got plenty of bat on it. It went down to long on for a single. He's
among the best figures in this World Cup, 4 for 20. Romario Shepherd at the top.
Who would desire Moraes Erasmus there?
Yeah, well,
I'm
Yes.
sure Mrs. Erasmus does.
Well,
somebody must feed him all those pies.
Here's Varun Chakravarti, who's hard to read. He comes in both senses. It's hit into the offside, but he's got no kind of middle of the bat on that, and it just loops. Lofty Eaton hits a lofted drive.
He lofts it, and Akshar eats him up.
Yeah, oh yes, indeed, very good. He's eaten, and Varun Chakravarti, as we kind of all knew, has got 2 for 5 because the Namibian batsman can't make head nor tail of him. So another wicket goes down. Let's jingle it up. Oh, hang on, that's not it. It's there we go.
It's got a huge name.
On your bike, mate.
When you were looking for that jingle, you went strangely almost David Coleman there.
Did I? David Coleman. Oh, amazing. What a performance. Yeah, so Varun Chakravarti is, as we knew, is going to win this battle in the middle order. And 86 for 3 now, Namibia. Still need 124 more. It was quite fun when those sixes were being hit, but control has been asserted again, and we have new batsman who wasn't sure at all about that delivery. It was the Googly.
Same Googly that got him a wicket on the first ball.
JJ Smith, not to be confused with JJ Smuts. Latest debut at 16.
It is JJ Smith. He's in again as Varun Chakravarti, and he's absolutely bowled him completely. Might as well have a swing. It's not just the match situation, is that he does not know where the ball's going to go after it pitches. We all knew that was going to go and hit the stumps.
Absolutely mind games.
Yeah.
I think he just had the absolute top of off stump because that came in from a wide angle.
Yeah, he's
beat him all ends up.
He's got too much there, and it did take the off stump. So let's get a jingle here. Let's try this one. And indeed, 3 wickets for Varun Chakravarti. Have they all been bowled? I think they might all have been.
No, one was catch, wasn't
One
it?
was a catch.
There was a catch for the lofty.
Oh yeah, lofty. So far this over has gone 1 wicket. I wouldn't say Chakravarti looks embarrassed to be taking these wickets, but you could hardly call him the most excited man in
as a bowler, he's so calm when he's taken a wicket, especially this game.
Yeah,
you saw the last wicket when he was caught, and Ishan Kishan, the wicket-keeper, went jumping towards him.
Is he the chess player in this side? I think.
Just by the looks of it, I will say yes.
Yeah, I think there's a chess player. He's in again.
We're getting a few nods from the studio in agreement. Yeah.
And this is turned off the pads down to long leg, and they're through for a single. 87 for 4 now.
Chess player is Yuzvendra Chahal.
That's the one. Yeah. I'm getting my my spinners mixed up. And Abricha Eze, of course, who won quite a big tournament in the chess.
That long list of chess-playing spinners, you were getting muddled, Gary.
Yes, that long list, indeed. Well, Gary Kasparov, of course, very famous chess player, has been on social media with a statement to which I wholeheartedly concur. As this is pushed to long off, they're through for a single. 2 fat ladies, 88 for 4 at the halfway point of the innings. I think we're due a swap in the chairs now.
Yep.
It should be Nick coming in to do socials. Gary, you're probably staying physically put where you are. And it'll be me on ball by ball. And Varun Chakravarti, 3 wickets already, and he has, as we predicted. Of a difference, 88 for 4.
Tony, you're sounding a lot better than you did when first you came on air this morning, or this afternoon.
Well, I've had.
I'm hoping you're better.
Tablets.
You big Skyver tea.
Yeah.
If a cold has its sort of early stage, its very worst stage, and they get better stage, I'm still in the early stage.
Are you? Well, chop up some lemon.
Axar Patel. Oh, that's reached for. It's gone up in the air. Has Erasmus got enough of it? No. It's straight down the throat of the fielder at long off. Another Namibian wicket has fallen. Axar has this one, and you rather feel that the wheels, with the loss of Erasmus, the action man in the bowling department, and who was looking like he was the only one who possibly could keep them even close to the run rate they need. He's gone. Wheels are tumbling off. And we may not be here much longer. We shall see who took that catch.
I'm a loser. Yeah, I'm a loser, babe. I'm just a loser.
Tilak Varma, who took that.
Not the same as the actress Indira Varma, who I've seen on stage in a few plays. Lady Macbeth.
And a nice Paul Jones jingle as well, I'm pretty sure.
We're going to have to be slightly careful here, Nick, because Tony's about a second ahead of us. So
I've noticed, Gary, we're getting the first part of the ball by ball as sort of Axar gets into his action.
Slightly disconcerting.
And Axar is in, and it's worked away to leg. I could try and a bit of delay.
Yeah, T, if you wouldn't mind just delaying 3 seconds for our benefit, that would be great.
Well, if I had £1 for every time someone had said that.
Oh!
as pushed into the onside. Short mid-wicket fields. Again, there is no run. 88 for 5. Kruger, the man with a national park named after him, is man facing. What do we know about Kruger? I can tell you his first name's not Freddie.
No, nor is it Danny, who defected to the Reformed, didn't he?
Where is he? Where is he? I'll find him in a minute for you and let you know what we do know about him. But Varane, well, he's been terrific, hasn't he? Danny Kruger. Maybe
have you given up on the ball by ball, Tony?
No,
I mean, that's a bit
just
dull.
Push back to the keeper.
Well, it is a wicket maiden.
Yeah.
Dull or exciting, depending on how you see the game.
It is. I was looking for our friend Mr. Kruger, who I didn't think was in the side. So that's probably why I can't find any information. Oh, no, it's Milan Binneman Kruger. That's his name. He's 30 years old. And he didn't play against the Netherlands. He did play against India A, where he got a 2-ball duck.
It sounds like you're going to be
warm up.
Going to be giving us his vital statistics. You sounded like David Vine introducing Miss World for a moment. Then he's 30 years old.
Yes, he's fond of animals.
Yeah.
Right. Anyway, it's 122 is what is going to be needed by Namibia. 88. For 5, they are a long way behind. That run rate's climbing to close to 14. Bumrah is in. Our friend Milan Kruger defends. There is no runner. We're seeing a picture of the Red Fort, which apparently never used to be red. It used to be white, but the limestone of which it is built was decaying, and so as a gift of largesse by the Raj at the time, the British decided to paint it red. Thus it is now the Red Fort.
I planned to visit during my last trip to Delhi, but I was struck down by a dodgy kebab.
Here comes. Oh, that's a good ball. That just nipped back at Zane Green, who sounds like he should be a American novelist. Who am I thinking of if I'm thinking Zane? Name as the name, but it squared him up. Was going over the top, I think. There was no run, but it was a jolly good ball. So 2 dot balls for Jasprit. Zane Green on 1. Milan Kruger, none off his 5. And doesn't really look like getting a run, if I'm honest, Gary, is he?
No, it's this game is.
But in comes Jasprit, short, and Green ducks out of the way. 1 for the over, says umpire rifle.
Yeah, this is
giving that sort of tic-tac man signal to suggest that. We've had 3 dot balls from Jasprit.
The game is rather like the parrot in Monty Python, isn't it? It's pushing up.
Well, it got exciting. I mean, India, don't forget, did lose their last 4 wickets for 4 runs. But the damage had been done. But it was extraordinary the way it just sort of subsided. But Namibia seemed to be doing their subsidence a bit earlier. As in comes Bumrah. That's nicely worked off his legs though by Zane Green. He'll get a single to mid-wicket, and the excellent Chakravarti is the man who does the fielding.
My favourite of the Flashman papers, which is Flashman in the Great Game, the Red Fort plays a significant role, I think, in that. Wonderful series of novels, really, once you get past the first one, which is a bit distasteful. And the best is the one set in India with the Rani of Jhansi playing a major part in it as well.
If India do win this with a colossally big run benefit to their net run rate, does that nail them on then, despite what happens against Pakistan? There's a question for both of you. That one's worked to mid-wicket, no run, another dot ball.
I'd say to you, if Pakistan beat them and win all their other games, they'll still go through top.
India would.
No, I think Pakistan would, right? Because they'd have won.
India would be nailed on second.
They'd be nailed on second, I believe, yeah.
I think the chances of India going out before the Super 8s is minimal for a whole variety of reasons.
And are points carried over in this tournament?
No, that's a lovely little shot. Just waited for it, did Kruger. Just eases it down to third. A lovely looking shot, but still just for a single. There's only 2 off that Bumrah over.
Yeah, and Bumrah up to 140 kmh there.
95.
Yeah, Bumrah up to 140, so he's finding some rhythm.
Well, Mike Rochburns is saying, Tony, Jasprit is pronounced Jasprit, not Jasprit. Please correct.
Jasprit.
Jasprit. I've
like
heard
a
it
Brit stick.
pronounced both. India expected to smash Pakistan, someone's saying. Leah didn't catch what novel series Gary was talking about. Flashman?
The Flashman papers, yeah. A bit politically incorrect, but beautifully written and a compelling narrative.
And there's some chat going on about mountains. Lockie's saying the Fox Crevice is notoriously dangerous.
Axar Patel, an attempted swing by Kruger. He missed it. He was playing across the line, but he had his front foot forward a long way. There's some discussion about reviewing.
He's miles outside off stump.
Pirya Kumar Yadav. Well, he's spending a long time discussing it, and then turns away, which is the way of just doesn't want to hear the bowler saying anything else, really. Down the track comes Kruger, but he has got this before, actually, because he's bisected long on and backward square and got himself 4 runs.
1, 2, 3, 4.
That's really the correct jingle to play for Namibia, hitting a 4. Yeah, we'll give them that, along with Kraftwerk.
Indeed. Well, it's 94 for 5. Kruger, not Freddie. Malan is our man at the crease. It's only got 5. That run rate gets further and further. Oh, and that's got a big top edge. Is someone going to get round underneath this? There's a few. Oh my word! Just Brit Bumrah misjudged it completely, and yet still managed to reach out to his left as he dived, and he has managed to take a quite extraordinary catch, which possibly he made look a tad more difficult than it needed to be. But it's a wicket nonetheless. It's the 6th one down. Yeah. And we've just seen a lovely slow motion replay of the catch, and he's looking facially supremely confident. I've got this, and then there is that oh fuck moment when he realises the ball is actually moving quite a lot further away from him than he was expecting.
Well, good hands.
Still got Kruger.
Good hands. That's what got him out of jail there.
It's a 2nd wicket for Axar Patel. 2 for 18 for him. 94 for 6.
Jasprit's still smiling and enjoying his own moment of fear.
Yeah,
chuffed with that one.
Yeah, he would be, wouldn't you?
Well, when he
so
came,
it brings the crease. Sorry, Nick.
I was just going to say, when he came into the India side, he couldn't catch a cold, so he's gotten much, much better.
Well, indeed. I wish I couldn't catch a cold. I'd be a lot happier.
You'd be here.
Sorry, T, sorting the wound.
Being in the studio with you. Axar Patel in. Ruben Trumpelman is trumping this one away to mid-wicket and getting off the mark with a single. But the run rate, nearly 16 now.
For God's sake, Get him out.
Was that Mog in sort of Kenny Rogers mode?
It sounded like it, didn't it?
In a bar in a Toledo down by the depot, she sat down and took off her ring as this one worked away to mid-wicket. Isn't it something about being after whatever the other life brings? I remember my lyrics to Ruby Don't Take Your Love to Town.
Won't take your love to town.
Oh, my lord, are you alright, Gary?
I know. I know you've got something of the Kenny Rogers about yourself there, Tony, with the grey beard and the grey hair.
Oh, yeah.
Needs to be a bit longer.
Yep. And also dead, sadly.
Yes.
96 for 6. Round the wicket comes. They sped that through as Axar Patel. Trumpleman has stepped back. In his mind's eye, I think he was thinking, I know where I'm going to put this. I'm going to smash it away through mid-wicket. But the ball was past him before he had a chance. Into Ishan Kishan's gloves, and there was no run. So I think we've reached the end of that over, haven't we?
We have indeed, and Lockie is saying he's just reassured that Tony is here to deal with any technical difficulties, rotors, score updates. He's doing everything.
Lifts in my case
and as well. Greystoke is saying Tony's pretty good relatively on the socials. It's a low bar though. it's harder than it looks. We tell you, Greystoke, you're welcome to come in and have a crack.
On the socials. When am I going? Oh, I was.
Yeah.
You were. I think the suggestion is that since I've taken over, it's gone downhill to you. I'm getting the Annie treatment.
Look, you're better than I am. I promise you.
Coming around the wicket, although the angle that he attacks coming around the wicket from, it doesn't really look like he's coming around the wicket. It's defended into the offside. They will get a single though. The score moves on to 97.
It's just a nice little training run for Bumrah. This, isn't it? It's picked up a wicket. It's got the arm over, taking a catch.
I like the stripe, the light blue, dark blue Indian shirt.
Yeah, it's nice that, isn't it? I was saying to Bear off air, I really like the Namibia kit.
Yeah.
It's got a sort of almost Inter Milan look to it.
Or Rossa e Nero, is that the Inter Milan? No, it's blue and
Azzurri.
Nero.
Light blue, dark blue. It might be blue and black.
Yeah.
That one's worked into the onside to mid-wicket. Chakravarti goes trotting around. Fails with his first attempt to bend all the way down and pick it up. So someone ties it up. I'm not sure who did. Score moves on to 98 for 6.
There's an
112 off 40.
Yeah,
it's a ridiculously unlikely equation.
And the Indian fielders know that there's a lack of intensity in the field. But they're only human. Why should they be running around like mad things defending a match that was won sort of an hour ago?
Give you a WinViz update in a minute.
Oh yeah,
which is quite entertaining. Right, Bumrah again comes around the wicket. It's defended by Zane Green, back to the bowler, no run. So our two mates in the pub getting progressively drunk, trying to work out how to do these statistics. The conversation must have been something like, how low do you think we can go without saying 0? And they've got Namibia at 0.27%. and India at 99.73%.
That's what, 1 in 400? I reckon you could play this situation out 400 times and Namibia are not winning.
4,000.
There's a single. Do you know what? I think Namibia are thinking, well, we will come out of this with some pride and we'll try and minimise the damage on our net run rate. So they've just taken a single. But the bowling's been too good. And the batting, actually not like the first associate nation, I suppose, in this tournament. They've had their moments, but when push comes to shove, they haven't had the power, have they, Nick? We were talking about a bit about that in the Bishop and Bear earlier today. Bumrah, now he is coming over the wicket to the right-handed Trumpleman. He tries to work it to mid-wicket. He's having to go round in a circle because Zane Green said, no, you're joking, there's never a single there. I think it was Axar Patel. It was. Who was a shortish backward point. We'll have another look at that. Let me see. Yeah, Trumpleman's thinking about it going to leg. It bumbles to gut towards gully. Around came Axar Patel, and he couldn't even pick it up. And so far ahead are India in this game that rather than being crossed, Jasprit Bumrah just chuckles.
Yeah, and chuckling was all it deserved.
Pull, dug out quite well, really, by Zane Green. Down it goes to long on. He gets a single. He should keep the strike. The 100 is up. But it's for 6 wickets after 14 overs, and they need 110 from 36. It ain't going to happen, but some social media messages are.
Oh, very good.
Or they might. Tim Wilton Davies is saying, I saw a video about curling. Physicists can't explain why the stones turn the wrong way.
Really?
The googly effect. Extra Fluffo saying they're southern hemisphere stones. Fair enough. Lockie's saying that's why Ecuador doesn't have a curling team.
Very good.
Extra Fluffo saying Tanzania have an ice hockey team. Eric saying the Swiss have a navy. And Tim is reflecting that ice hockey and basketball are surprisingly unpopular in Britain. Well, we don't get any ice really, do we? We just get this shit rain.
They play at Streatham, don't they? The ice
They
hockey.
do.
And at the Ali Pally.
And at the Guildford, is it G in Guildford?
Yeah, these are minor sports, but they are played in this country. The big one is really handball, which is very popular around
Huge
Europe.
in Central Europe.
Yeah, and I don't think if it is played in this country, I'm not sure it's played at all.
I've never seen anyone playing handball, Gary.
No, I've never heard of the handball league or British players going out to handball leagues and getting to the £1 million a year contracts.
Is it wrong to suggest it's quite a rubbish sport?
It is from our perspective, but I often think that about basketball. We just go backwards and forwards trading baskets, but yet it's extremely popular, not just in the United States, but also around Europe as well. So, my son loves it, played it, loved it, loves watching it now.
Well,
so, who knows?
100 for 6. The two lads in the pub are now operating in increments of hundredths, I think, because they've made a Namibian 0.22. They've come tumbling from 0.23.
Every ball they don't hit a 6, it sort of drops a percent point.
In the currency of overs, runs per over, they need 18.33.
18.33, and there's 6 left, I think, because we're
not gonna happen.
We're on a drinks break now, I think, and getting certainly on our feed here, we're getting daytime TV adverts, which always kind of, to me anyway, they kind of hollow my soul away. It's adverts for pet insurance and charities and so on, which all have their place in society, but
absolutely right. Absolutely right.
Well, as Steve Bruce used to say.
Indeed.
But it feels like we're going nowhere fast.
Well, we've been going nowhere fast, really, since India recovered from that sort of strange lacuna of calm, their Sargasso Sea in the middle of their innings.
I think Bear's fallen asleep, which is always a sign that the cricket's not enthralling.
Wouldn't be the first time. Well, it's 100 for 6.
Yeah, and if this is the accelerate stage, it's accelerating over the edge of the cliff, I think.
Namibia really ground to a halt after our friend, the philosopher Erasmus, was out. Because they've really done very little since then. Here is Hardik Pandya. He was terrific with the bat.
If not with the hair.
Over the wicket. Oh, I don't mind his hair. And it's wide, but swung at and missed by Rubin. Don't take your love to town, Trumpleman. And it's a dot ball, just what Namibia didn't need. But they got one. Group A at the moment, with Pakistan top on 4 points, India second, they've got a superior run rate.
And about to go top.
Netherlands third, Namibia fourth, and ho-ho, what a shame, never mind. The USA rock bottom. And that is drilled, but drilled down to long on where it's fielded, and it would just be a single. So, 101 for 6.
Yes, and who would have thought after 2 games the order of that group would have been India, Pakistan, Netherlands, Namibia.
You never would have guessed it.
Never.
With a chance to play in the later stages, you've never, couldn't see that coming, could you?
Look, I'm all for
the ICC.
I'm all for bringing as many teams to a World Cup as possible, but the corollary of that is that
101 for 6.
These teams are going to need some support.
That one's pushed away down to deep mid-wicket. They take a single. I reckon the PR team of the ICC said, right, come on, we've got to inject some excitement here. What can we do to build up even more excitement in the India-Pakistan game? I know we're going to keep pretending it's not even going to happen. Until it is.
And rather like the match, we're seeing people in the crowd here who are quite literally a load of
I love
balls.
the guy dressed as a basket full of apples. What is he dressed as there?
Bag full of balls, ball bag.
Oh, it's a He's a scrotum.
Looked like a pomegranate.
Hardick, in he comes, hauled away by Trumpleman. I can't believe he's dressed as a ball bag. That's horrible. Can you imagine going into your local fancy dress store and going, I'd like to... Have you got anything sort of wrinkled and hairy?
Bullbag-esque. What did Bear tell us had happened to Mitchell Marsh this morning? Was it a bleeding testicle?
Oh no, don't take me back to that. I don't want to know. 103 for 6. 2 balls left.
Buster Gonad, wasn't it, in Viz, who was...
And he's unfeasibly large. He had unfeasibly large testicles.
He did, indeed. Dear. Like some of the ski jumpers, as I understand it, for the suits.
That's not the. It's not the spherical dangles.
Milano
being
Cortina.
injected.
Yeah, that's true.
In comes Hardick. That's nicely worked away by Green. Might get 2 for it. I think they will run 2, especially as it was misfielded at mid wicket. So the score is now on to 105 for 6. 1 ball left of our spell.
We're about 5 minutes away from the fielders at the boundary calling for a pint of bitter to be brought out and leaving it on the fence and just taking a sip.
The run rate is now 20. Oh, here we go. The lads in the pub have, with their abacuses and pocket calculators, have now got Namibia at 0.13%. And India at 99.87.
Yeah.
Hardick, and that's going to extend a bit more because Green, I think he might have had half an idea that he was going to ramp that, but it was past him too quickly. Through it went to Ishikish. It's a dot ball to finish. 105 for 6, India. 5 overs left. The tension is non-existent. I will hand over to who's next.
I think the Bear's coming in. I'm back.
I'm
back the week after next, I think. I'm not quite sure. But thank you for...
Well, you're off to a Midsummer Night's Dream.
I'm off to a Midsummer Night's Dream in Leeds, and a meeting. Ill
met.
Yeah, I'll leave you with, as ever, thanks to the listeners over this game and on Tuesday, putting up with me. I much appreciate your attention.
And Messers is criticising us or chastising us on the socials, saying, for lovers of a game that can go for hours without any score, you're pushing it, criticising handball. Fair enough, Messers. As we're going to get Shivam Dubé doing a bit of bowling, it's down the leg side, it glances the pad on the way through to the keeper. There's no run. Bear, you're awake.
I am now.
Reluctantly.
Yeah, I had a little snooze there. All took over for me. I was so riveted and excited I fell asleep.
There's so much going on. How could you? And that was a no ball from Shivam Dubé, so we've got 30 balls to go, not 29. We're not going to get out of here before midnight. It's a big no ball. He doesn't get a bit of line on his heel as Ishan's taken the iPad. So this is pretty shit, isn't it? Thanks if you're staying with us. We got a free hit here, so Trumpleman might swing hard. He does, but he doesn't get any bat on it, and instead he just kicks the air.
Bear. There's only 2 people on the screen.
I've changed it over there, I think.
No, for the 3 coaches.
That's off and behind.
So
yeah, no, I didn't push it across.
The equation is now 104 from 29. We're getting towards the realms of impossibility. How are you feeling, Ishan, about India's performance today? Pleased with it? A little bit?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't expect the middle collapse in the last innings, but then I don't think it should be much of a problem for this game.
As Dubé continues with a slower ball, it looked like it was going to be a full toss, but it dipped. It's gone down the leg side, so Paul Rifle signals wide, and this over seems like it's never going to end.
Wow. I mean, why can't they just fucking bowl them a bunch of balls that they can hit out of the park? It's not going to matter, is it? I mean, we said they'd get to 160. They're not even going to get there.
No, they're not going to get 140, are they, Bear?
No, they're not. They're going to get to about 130, I reckon, if they're lucky.
Has Varun got any overs in the bag? I think it'd be kindness to everyone to bring him on for a 4.
If he does, I might try and go under.
Yeah, I reckon you'd be not bad there, Bear. As Trumpleman comes down the track before the ball's been bowled, so Dubé goes short and he sort of pulls it straight back to the bowler. We've had 2 dot balls, a dot ball sandwiched by a no ball and a wide, and now another one. Surya looks like he's fairly bored in the outfield. It's got a club cricket feel, doesn't it? You sort of.
I mean, this is the problem, isn't it? When these games go on, everyone knows what the outcome is going to be you've got to bowl the overs.
Stage of a game where you might see someone sort of smoking a spliff at Cow Corner.
Certainly you'd find me doing that.
This time it's really slow from Dubé, and Trumpelman can't get bat on ball. It's fairly agonising stuff out there for the Namibia batters at the moment. That one was really slow, 63 miles an hour.
No, they don't offer you anything at this point in the game, really. That's the problem.
Yeah, it was the back of the hand. And so Dubé is, that was almost in the danger region. The Mitch Marsh
bleeding nad. Well, the thing is, it's internals of it that were bleeding.
That sounds
No, it just sounds painful,
horrible.
Doesn't it? I don't know who hit him. That's why you have a box, mate.
Have you ever been hit on the box, Bear?
Yeah, it's painful.
I've been hit sort of flush, and I didn't really feel anything.
Then sometimes it pushes back, or you.
Yeah, I think it's worse if you get hit right on the edge and you get.
It catches a little bit of scrotum, pinches it, and then it's painful, man.
But when I did get hit on the box, they've reviewed this. I don't know why. It's hit him in line with the top of the stump. So what on earth is going on here?
They have nothing to lose right now, do they? So
we're just wasting time.
Let's just see how long this game can go on for.
Seems a bit odd.
Yep, not in a rush to bowl the next ball is Shivam Dubé, but he's finally running in. It's down the leg side, so it's another wide. This is turning into at least a 9-ball over.
We're not finishing today.
No, we will still be here tomorrow. It might have stopped raining by the time we leave the studio, if that's any consolation.
I think you're hoping for too much there as well.
It's unlikely.
This game and the rain is just never ending.
And it's a no ball, not a wide, in fact. So we've got a free hit coming up.
See you later, Gary.
Have a safe journey back home.
Another fairly big no ball from Shivam Dubé. We have seen 2 no balls, a wide, and 3 dot balls in this over. It's pretty ugly cricket. This one is short and it's wide and it's pulled straight up in the air, and it's fallen short of the man at long on, who didn't even run in to try and catch it.
It's a no ball.
It's a no ball, of course. So he was happy to field it on the bounce. It's a few chuckles coming from the India dugout, apart from Siraj, obviously, who's looking like he wants to kill someone.
Yeah.
And Morni Morkel, who looks a bit stoned.
Probably is too. He's had a big bong out the back. Or a chillum. He's in India. Chillum,
you really couldn't blame him, could you?
No, you couldn't.
2 balls to come in this over, would you believe? Dubé stays over the wicket to the left-handed Green, who gets bat on ball in a shocking sequence of events. He powers it down to Axar Patel at long off.
Oh, the over's not done yet.
There'll be another single. No, one more to come, I believe.
What's that really oily hash they have up north?
What's
it called?
Sticky Black?
No, not Sticky Black. There's a special name for it. They used to
Charas.
Charas, that's it.
Isn't that a sort of blanket Indian term?
Is it? Is that what it is?
Yeah,
Okay.
not that I'm intimately familiar with the Indian hash scene.
No.
Dubé to finish. It's on leg stump. Trumpelman swings and misses for what seems like the 20th time in this over. And finally, we are out of the 16th over. I've missed the score because the ads are on.
We got a slightly hate comment for Bear. I'm sorry about that. Am I the only listener who finds the Bear's foul mouth and regular profanity extremely obnoxious?
No, there are other people who do as well. It's got to be said.
But we got someone supporting you for that. Lockie with adjust your microphone, Bear. We can't hear you swearing properly.
No.
Enunciate the swearing is what Extra Fluffo said.
What? No.
And they've got someone for me as well. Socials guy's gonna have a hard time interrupting these two from Greystroke. I'd rather let them talk. I'm having fun listening to their conversations as well.
We do like it when we get dug out in the socials.
Well, that's what they're there for.
It's what they're there for. It's a public forum. As Jassy is back into the attack.
It's like a rap battle. Them against us.
Here he is, stumbling into the crease, 10 steps, barely getting to full pace, and it's a slow ball to start. Flat batted straight to Sky at cover, so it will be another dot ball. The equation is now 100 off 23. They can't win it with 4s anymore, but a couple of 6s and it'll get them over the line.
See, this is where, I mean, it's not happened yet, but this is my theory that you should be able to resign.
I do think this is handshake time, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, literally, only when it's over 6-1s and over. 6-1s a ball.
Yeah, but
but it's not far off that now.
no, Bumrah, this time it's fast and it's short, and Green manages to get a bit about on it. He doesn't look very comfortable. No one out in the middle is looking particularly happy. I'm seeing Hardick scowling, Sky looks really bored. Gambier is frowning as always.
Ishan, how long has Bumrah been back from injury? Because
it wasn't an injury. I think it was an illness, and this is his first game back from illness.
Okay. Is he going to play Test cricket again, do you think? Or is he...
Oh, he should. I mean, I think he's one of the only few bowlers who we can actually call an all-format kind of a bowler. I think he's one of the only few who will stick in every single format of the game.
It's the Yorker from Bumrah this time, and Green's managed to dig it out to mid-off, so he will get a single. Yeah, I think he's going to carry on playing Test cricket, but he can't
I'm sure
do...
he wants to, but that's the thing. I mean, after last summer in England, wasn't it?
Yeah, he can't play back-to-back Tests, really, with the... what is it?
It's going to be managed. But, I mean,
lower back.
There was some talk, wasn't there? It's like, why pick him if he can't play all the Tests, which is kind of true.
Yeah, but he's still better than your favourite bowler. So.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's so good that you take him when you can,
yeah,
right?
you take him, absolutely.
Oh, no, I'm not saying they shouldn't. I was just saying that was some of the criticism of him, wasn't it? You know.
He shifts to over the wicket Trumpman and he bowls him with a beauty of a Yorker, full and fast and straight, right at the base of off stump. Finally, this dull partnership is broken. Namibia are 111 for 7.
That's exactly why you pick him.
Yeah, well, exactly that. I mean, he is class.
Greystoke with Lebanese hash is El Primo.
Another one bites the dust.
Lebanese hash is good.
I think that
maybe you can send some through and we can try it out for ourselves.
Bites the dust.
Yeah, well, the funny thing was, hash used to be really, really, really cheap. And then, this was the story I heard during COVID. Apparently, this is the story I heard, that because Morocco still has a royalty, yeah?
I believe so.
And it's all done up in the mountains in, I can't remember what they're called.
The Atlas.
Atlas Mountains, yeah? And you've got the population of them, who I also can't remember what they're called.
Are they the Berbers?
It could be the Berbers. And they're the ones who make all the hash, but the king demands a cut when it's all sent abroad. And occasionally they get into a row about how much his cut should be, and they refuse to give him a cut. So he kind of basically got the police on them and said, you can't export.
Oh, wow.
And then during COVID, obviously everyone was clucking, and the price of hash went through the roof. That was a story I heard at the time.
I found that more entertaining than any of the cricket today.
But good Lebanese hash is great. Leb red. Red Leb?
Red Leb. As Bumrah is in over the wicket to the new batsman who's Schultz, he gets an outside edge on a low full toss which races away for a rare boundary. So they are celebrating in Windhoek.
It's just a fake comeback at this point.
It's a fake comeback. The 473rd four of the tournament's been scored.
Well, this is about as predictable a result as we've had, isn't it?
It is indeed not the game of the tournament by any stretch. But we're getting to see one of the greatest fast bowlers of all time have a run out. We've seen Varun bowl some nice stuff. We saw
some great innings from Hardick and Ishan Kishan.
And Ishan Kishan, indeed. This time Bumrah goes short again. It's pulled into the offside. No run straight to mid-off. So that is the end of Bumrah's spell. 1 for 20. Namibia 115 for 7 after 17.
Let's see. Lockie with, I bet penguins swear like troopers.
Yeah, they're probably doing penguinese.
Can you imagine? Extra fluffo with Kenneth Branagh. I could never pronounce his name. Kenneth Branagh swearing is some high art stuff. I've actually heard him swear a lot in movies and it's quite fun. Not gonna lie to you. Do you know Kenneth Branagh?
I know him, but I can't think of him swearing. I think of him in all those old Shakespeare films.
Yeah, pretty much.
A lot of people swear a lot of the time. You know, that's real life.
Greystoke with Beard, unfortunately no. Run rate ratios matter, no mercy rule.
Yeah.
Tim Wilton Davies with 3 places not to sleep: Gaza, Damascus and Beirut.
Interesting.
Comments. No comments from us.
Hardick is back into the attack to bowl the 18th. The equation is 95 from 18. He's over the wicket to green. It's short and slow, and it's punted into the leg side for a very comfortable single to Rinku Singh.
So 617s are 102.
So theoretically, it's still possible. I guess theoretically.
615s are 90?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 102.
So if they require over 90 of 15, that's at the point I should say should be able to resign.
I agree. Someone's going to say, "Oh, what about no balls?"
Yeah, well, of course there's no balls, but we all know the reality. Has it ever happened?
Yeah, no one's going to bowl 15 no balls in a row, are they?
No one scored 90 or 15 ever.
And that's another slow one from Hardick. It somehow misses everything and goes through to Ishan Kishan behind the stumps. So 94 off 16. We're fast getting towards the realm of impossibility.
Fastest T20 100 is about
29 balls or something. But even that's an associate game, isn't it?
No,
or is it?
No, that was right. Not in a T20I, exactly. I mean, in the IPL, I think what's his name?
Abhishek must be, or
no? I think it's still what's his name? South African.
Oh, AB.
AB. I think he's got the fastest ever T20 100. I think it's like 17 or 18 balls.
Hardick's in again. It's another slow one. It's full and wide, and it's straight down the throat of Akshar Patel at long on. There's smiles all around. Namibia are 116 for 8, and they might not bat out 120 balls.
This honestly seems like a practice game for.
Well, it does now, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yep, the life has somewhat fizzled out of this game.
Or they should go back and refuse to play and hit wicket. As a way of resigning.
Sparing us the torture of another 18 balls. I think that would go down pretty badly with the wider cricket community.
It might well do.
They'd get the backing of GC though.
They would.
Oh wow, Arnav is everywhere. He's in the studio and he's commenting as well. Tactical Koki. Rohit Sharma curses all the time. There's stump mic compilations of him doing so.
Yeah, exactly.
It's ridiculously fun if you've not seen those compilations.
What is he in Hindi, Ishan?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we would never know.
Just a torrent of filth.
I'll translate it for you.
That would be
off
excellent.
camera, please. I don't want my parents knowing that I know all those words.
And so Shikongo comes to the crease. He is right-handed. Hardick is staying over the wicket. It's ball straight. That looks plumb. He looked like he was about to start walking before Paul Rifle raised the finger. So suddenly we're 116 for 9. Hardick's on a hat-trick, and this could be wrapping up very fast.
Yeah, the other guy saying, do you want to review it? No.
Is he?
He's been convinced to. I mean, he was halfway to square leg before the decision's been made, and now he's had a complete change of heart.
We have places to go.
Yeah, I guess Namibia are thinking at this stage we might as well use up the reviews, but that looked like it hit him halfway up middle.
Oh, it was absolutely banging into middle and leg at the worst.
Yep, the bat looks to be
nowhere near
it. It's hit him just under the knee roll in line with middle stump, so
it's going on to hit middle and leg, isn't it? Leg at the worst.
I would have thought so.
Here we go.
Here we are.
In line.
In line. It has hit 3/4 of the way out middle stump. Shikongo's instinct was right, and he is on his way back to the pavilion.
Oh, they might get all out, and Hardick might finish off with a hat-trick here. What does he bowl? Yorker?
I reckon he goes same again. Slower ball straight at the stumps.
Yeah, something like that. We should get some.
Yeah, I thought you'd given up on the jingles.
Well, kind of.
Friend to a soul, you know he wouldn't hurt a fly. You've got to go with Max Hind, go!
Oh, extra Fluffo and Lockie have a conversation going on. This is why clean sheets are a must. Super King sheets. And for some reason, that reminds Tim Wilton Davies to buy a bog roll.
Fair enough.
Got to get your toilet roll.
You don't want to run out of bog roll. I ran out the other morning and I did something I'm not proud of, which I'm not going to say on air.
I think Extra Fluffo has a question for you guys. You think Jay is sleeping in the shed?
Jay sleeping in a shed? Any shed that someone gave him that he's going to have to put up in his front room?
Yeah, Tim Wilton Davies thinks there should be a crowdfunding to pay off his shed deposit.
Wow.
I'm here for it.
I'm here for it.
So, Max Heingo.
Hey, I'm a student. I'll support you guys from Spirits.
Yeah.
Just 17 years old, Heingo, and he's got to keep out this ball to stop Hardick claiming a hat-trick. He's geeing up the crowd with his Eminem haircut. He runs in, he's over the wicket. It's a short ball, and Heingo defends it excellently. Why bowl that when you're on a hat-trick?
Exactly.
Halfway down the track.
Exactly. It's got to be Yorker, surely.
You've got to hit the stumps. Well, it's all smiles anyway. He's happy with the 2 into the brace. Who needs the hat-trick?
Quite well defended, really. But,
Solid.
I mean, it was a length ball. Yeah, why has he done his hair like that?
Yeah, it doesn't look great, does it? I don't think it suits Will Jacks either.
No, it certainly doesn't suit Will Jack.
Hardick's in again. This time he does hit the stumps, but Heingo shows some solid defensive technique. He keeps out 2 balls. The end of the 18th, we are 116 for 9.
Who have they got left to bowl? Not Shivam Dubey again, please.
I don't know. Oh, Tim, well, it's extra fluffo. There's no greater love than the love between a man and his shed.
Yeah, you know, sheds are a man's, well, one of their favourite places.
Yeah, Tim Wilton Davies has that. An Englishman's shed is his castle.
Exactly.
Can't deny
it's
that.
the one place you can get away from the missus, the kids.
Mine's just full of crap.
Yeah, well, mine is too. And there's no room to sit down in there.
Yeah, Lockie thinks that Jay has no Wi-Fi in the shed. That's why he's so silent.
He was in earlier, Jay, wasn't he?
I haven't seen him today. I missed Jay today.
He's being elusive.
It is indeed Shivam Dubey to bowl the 19th. Someone out there does not want us to leave. It's been clothed into the leg side
You
for
don't
a
know
very
this, but
slow
he's going to
single.
bowl the 19th and the 20th.
Yeah, they brought in the 100 rules just for this
Yeah.
game, so he can do 12 on the bounce.
Just trying to think who's bowled.
Does Arshdeep still have something in the bank, I would have thought?
Yeah, I find it weird that they've gone into these games with so many, not enough spinners. They must have another spinner in the shed, mustn't they?
Yeah, they got Washington in the squad, I think.
Washington Sunday.
Oh, Green looks for something a little bit ambitious, and it's hit his stumps somehow. He was going for a kind of reverse scoop. I think he's hit his stumps with his bat, has he?
Yeah, it might be a hit wicket.
200 to 1 on that one.
Well, that is the end of the game. Namibia are 116 all out. It's ended in bizarre fashion. Shivam Dubey and Sky are shaking hands. I'm not sure they're entirely sure what happened there. But the upshot is that India win by 93 runs. That has been coming for quite a while. Muted celebrations from the India team as we get a replay of this. Yep, he went for a reverse slog scoop and hit the top of his leg stump.
If you'd have gone for other as a way of dismissal, you get 200 to 1.
I mean,
that's AB de Villiers from Temu.
It's a pretty unedifying end to what was a bit of a damp spectacle.
Well, I did say they should hit wicket as a way of resigning, didn't I?
Yeah, and maybe he
heard me all the way over there.
If he did it in very flamboyant style.
Absolutely.
So big up to that man. What do we think of India's performance?
It was okay. I don't think they've hit their straps really yet, have they? I mean, they were pretty poor against the USA. I mean, they were expected to win today. As we said, there's some good innings and some good bowling in patches. But I think when it comes, I mean, this is it. They need some good opposition to really feel out where they are. I mean, they're massively favourites for the competition, but they have their issues and they have their weaknesses that could be exploited.
Yeah, I think they'll be not too happy with the way their lower middle order went today.
Yeah.
Pakistan on Sunday will be a much sterner test, and I wonder that if they're not 100% happy with the sort of pitches we're getting in this tournament, because they looked really confident in that series against New Zealand, didn't they, playing on flatter tracks?
Yeah, well, that's what they want, isn't it? But I think the ICC do it. I mean, the thing is, they've got to play Pakistan in Colombo.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
So that will be, I mean, if
that'd be a completely different, it'll be even slower.
Yeah,
and it probably will turn. It certainly won't be what they used to over here.
No, it's not going to be a small boundary flat track, so that could make things a little bit interesting. What have Pakistan got in the way of spin these days? Shadab Khan.
Trying to think.
They've got Saim Ayub bowls quite nice off spin, doesn't he?
Yeah, and they've also got the guy who used to wear glasses who doesn't anymore.
Abra,
yeah.
Abracadabra.
And then they've got Shaheen Shah Afridi, obviously, as their pacer, left arm over. He's pretty good still.
And Harris Ralph in the middle overs, or
Harris
is he?
Ralph, I don't think he's over here, is he? I think he's injured. Well, he certainly didn't play in the last game that they played because we covered it and he wasn't there.
Well, we think it'll be closer than today, right?
Yeah, it should be. Well, it will be, yeah. I mean, Pakistan don't have a good record against India in tournaments, do they? I think they've won 1 out of about 22.
They've not won a single game against India in an ICC tournament.
When was that, Ishan? Oh, the Champions Trophy.
No, they won the Champions Trophy final against them, didn't they?
Yeah, 2017.
2017.
Was that?
Yeah.
Bumrah no ball.
Probably a World Cup then.
Yeah, no,
must
no,
be
World
World
Cup.
Cup
Yeah,
game,
they
yeah,
won. They beat them in an ICC Championship. Someone got
Yeah,
100.
but not in an ICC World Cup.
Someone got like 170, didn't they? Left-hander opening up. Farhan, was it Farhan?
Fakhar Zaman?
Oh, yeah,
that
was Fakhar Zaman,
yeah. And he was out for no ball or something really early in his innings. Or
that's the Champions Trophy one there. Yeah, when Bumrah bowled a no ball to him early on.
And then he went on to get 170. They got 320 odd, didn't they? And they
Yeah.
ended up winning that one. It's the first time they'd ever beaten them in any ICC tournament. Exactly as you say. Yeah, they don't have a good record against them.
So, who did the damage? It was Varun, really, that first Varun over. He only bowled 2, but he ended up with 3 for 7. Akshar, 2 for 20 from his 3. Bumrah had 1 for 20 from his 4. Really, Arshdeep was the one who went about. 1 for 36 off his 3, so not his best day.
Yeah, he was opening up, wasn't he? And they did have a reasonable opening partnership.
Varun had 6 dot balls in his 2 overs, so basically one of his overs was entirely a maiden, if anything.
I mean, incredible performance. It looked like they were not picking his googly at all, and you reckon that he can menace quite a few better sides than Namibia through this tournament?
Well, this is it. I think when you come up against India, you've got to watch out. Chakravarti and Bumrah, they're your 2 guys that, and that's 8 overs out of 20 that you've got to be a little bit careful with.
Absolutely, and it's 8 overs out of 20 that you're unlikely to score much more than a run a ball off, right?
I've seen Bumrah go around the park occasionally. Even in an IPL game, I've seen him go for over 40. So, he does
it can happen.
Occasionally.
No, I was more worried about the batting today because I feel like no one really had any game plan of what Erasmus was doing. I feel like he tried to be a bit unpredictable, but then a team like India should be prepared for something like that, if anything, and they just seem so unprepared for the kind of variations that he was bowling.
Yeah.
And if that's coming from a team like Namibia, like with no disrespect to them obviously, but then a team like Pakistan, maybe even like South Africa or Australia could completely dismantle the middle order.
And well, there'll be players playing for Australia like Cooper Connolly and people like that who they would have never seen before.
Yeah,
but
exactly.
At least they bowl sort of more traditional,
conventional kind of spin.
Conventional spin, yeah.
But I think you'd probably say, wouldn't you, that Dubé aside, everyone in the top 7's kind of more comfortable against pace than spin?
Yeah, I feel like everyone has their days.
More comfortable hitting pace than spin.
Yeah. Everyone has their days. Again, it depends on the pitch as well. It's just because of watching IPL matches, it's just more easier to hit pace on this pitch than it is to hit spin.
So looks like Hardik is taking the Man of the Match award. He looks fairly pleased with himself. He had a good day with ball and bat.
Yeah. Did he get 3 for?
I think he got a 3 for. And what did he score?
57, I think.
57, something like that.
There we go. 52 off 28 and 2 for 21. We're almost right.
Almost right. Not quite.
Get him next time.
Right, that's it for us for the day. Time to play the theme tune. Get out of here. These boys got to catch trains, and I've got to get my bloody waterproof trousers on to cycle home.
And I've got to get on the bus and get back to work.
Lovely. Right, we'll be back tomorrow. I don't know what we're covering, but it'll be at 1:30. I know that much. The only time we're covering a 9:30 game, I think, is Saturday morning for the first time.
Sunday morning, maybe?
No, Sunday, I think, again, is back to 1:30. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
No, because... no, India-Pakistan is on Sunday. That's at 1:30. We've got England versus Italy on Monday. That's a 9:30 game. Tomorrow we're doing... Oh, that could be a good game, actually. 1:30. The Netherlands versus the USA.
Very evenly matched teams.
Exactly. A couple of associate nations, low-scoring thriller.
Yeah, at Chennai, spinning pitch.
Yeah, exactly. Could be a low-scoring thriller.
A lot of moisture, a lot of humidity in Chennai.
Could be interesting.
Could be interesting.
Closer than today,
Very
I'll
much
wager.
closer than today, I wager. Indeed. Right, we'll be back tomorrow on air, 1:20. Look forward to seeing you all then. Until then, goodbye.
Guerrilla crickets. Whoa. Guerrilla crickets. Whoa.
control the cover boundary. At last the time is come, this is a cricketing emergency. Hear this call to arms for every cricket revolutionary. Take up your bats and stumps for the test match insurgency. At first they tried to silence us, but we would not be silenced. They threatened us with lies, so we threatened them with violence. Che Guevara, Sangakkara, Joseph Stalin, Douglas Jardine, Robespierre, Darrell Hare, Vladimir Lenin.